We take thoughts captive, we pull lies down. Apologetic arena, lions wear the crown. Bold as lions stand and fight, truth shines bright in the night. Arguments fall when the word comes through. Arena live, we coming for you.
Nah, not carnal weapons, strong in Christ. Truth cuts deep, yet truth precise. Every high thing coming down. Watch those arguments hit the ground. First century at lions roar. Christians bled on the arena floor. Now roles reversed, hear that sound. We the lions all around. What's the context? Say it loud. Truth stands tall, we ain't bowed. When the word speaks, error fades. Light shining in every debate.
We take thoughts captive.
We pull lies down. Apologetic arena, lions wear the crown. Bold as lions stand and fight. Truth shines bright in the night. Arguments fall when the word comes through. Arena live, we coming for you. Ecosmios runs the show. Zara Grace keeps order though. Moderators hold the line, keeping everything aligned. Hebrew Israelites, atheists too. Rabbis talking old school views, fibbing Farouk in every claim. Step in the arena, leave maimed. Don't look down, you bleeding on the floor. Game over, hear that lion roar. Hey, hey, don't look down, you bleeding on the floor. Hey, hey, game over, hear that lion roar.
Beat you lightly with a miswax stick. Every argument falls real quick. Spiritually neuralized, can't see clear. Truth right there, but they disappear. That might be clip of the month, we say. Another debate gone sideways today.
What's the context? What's the context? Who's the smallest lions? We are. We take thoughts captive, we pull lies down. Apologetic arena, lions wear the crown. Truth and love, but sharp and clear. Every argument disappears. Christ exalted, voices rise. Arena live, lions arise.
God bless you guys. God bless you. Thank you all for tuning in live. For those of you who are here already, some of you even tried to get here before me. Well, not quite. But today we've got another nice session. We're going to enjoy ourselves today. Was it just me, guys, or was last live stream actually a good one? A really good one, right? And we're definitely going to run that again in the future. And I've also even got another way we're going to run that same way to show that Allah in the Quran is not the God of the Bible. He's in fact Satan. So look forward to another edition of that at some point in the future. If this is your first time here, welcome to the live stream. My name's Israel. You can also call me King Context. And today we're going to be doing what we always do when we enter the arena live, helping you defend your faith as a Christian against Islam, like we're going to do today, Hebrew Israelites, Orthodox Jews, and atheism. So today we're getting back on our normal schedule. We're going to continue our series of what we've called Women Wednesday. Women Wednesday. All right. And for those of you who are in the UK with me, you know that it is extremely hot right now. Extremely hot. And what's actually funny was when I went out earlier on, I went out with my daughter earlier on, we went out to eat, we just spent some time together, it was good. And when I was out, I actually got some inspiration for today's live stream. I was like, what are we going to talk about today? How are we going to show today, guys, again, that Islam could never honor women anywhere near the way Christianity does? And if this is your first time here on one of these live streams on our Women Wednesday streams, this all started with one Muslim guy who posted a video titled Islam honors women more than Christianity. And since then, we've been having those sorts of conversations, seeing how true that claim actually is. And every week that we do this, we see time and time again that Islam is in fact very bad for women. So bad, in fact, that when we read the Islamic sources, we read the Quran, we read the hadith, the Muslims report the live streams for hate speech. So are we going to be surprised if that happens again today? No. But are we still going to expose Islam and lift up the name of Christ higher and higher and higher? Yes. So, like I was saying, we went out earlier on, right? And I was out and about today. Guys, it's hot. And for those in America, this may be like just normal heat for you on a normal day. You can probably already see, like, I'm already sweating. Now, it's like, and let me just kind of give some context as well, right? It's not like, for me, unbearable. Like, obviously, I've been in hotter climates, but there's something about UK heat, man. There's something about it. But, guys, let me know if I'm different or not, though, yeah? Because I was thinking about this earlier on, and I was like, nah, I must be just different. Because I was out in the heat, guys, and I was feeling the heat, and a thought occurred to me. I was out and about, sweating, drinking as much water as I could. And the thought that came through my mind, guys, was, man, it's hot today. And the next thought that came to my mind was, well, I sure feel sorry for the women in Islam who are going to be the majority of hell, as Muhammad said. Because if I'm feeling the heat right now, boy oh boy, the women in Islam have got something to look forward to. Not in a good way. And this is one of the reasons why we're talking today about why Islam is cooked for women. Because we're going to spend today's live stream, for all the Muslims that call in, we're going to talk about how Muhammad, in one of his greatest hadith, a Christian just said, in one of his greatest hadith, guys, I always say the hadith are the gift that keep on giving. There's so much stuff in the hadith literature which we can use to expose Islam. We can use to expose Allah. We can use to expose Muhammad. And we're going to use one such hadith today. So in commemoration of the heat wave that's currently hitting the UK, right? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. On Monday, if you go back to the stream, you could see I was sweating. Tuesday, I didn't really go out much, but I was still cooking inside. And today again, I went out and now I'm here. I'm still sweating. I don't even know what this shirt's going to look like by the end of the live stream. And guys, just let me know as well, right? If the audio isn't the best right now, because I've got a fan right under this table blowing. So it may be coming through. I hope not, but let me know. All right, so we're going to take calls. We are going to welcome any Muslim to call into the live show. Thank you. The audio is good. The funniest thing is, when I bought this fan, I bought it with the thought of, you know what, it has to be very quiet. It has to be powerful but quiet. So if I'm ever recording a video or doing a live stream and I need to turn it up, it can't be too loud. But I said recently, you know what, let me try it under the table and see if that kind of helps as well, because I don't normally put it on full blast. But any Muslim, guys, the link is pinned in the live chat if you're watching on YouTube. So don't be afraid, any Muslims. And obviously for the Christians, don't forget to hit the like button. We obviously know this is our way to combat the Muslims who are going to do everything they can to try and disrupt the live stream. But the moment we get in the algorithm and the Muslims start calling in, they can't stop it. And they can't stop it anyway, to be honest. But all right, just give me 2 seconds, guys. Let me sort some stuff out. But yeah, any Muslim, guys, feel free to hit the button, click, and hopefully we can have some good conversations today. We can talk about how Muhammad said most of the people that he saw in hell were women. I wonder why that is. And you know what's actually funny as well, guys? I'll tell you a funny story, right? Maybe like an hour before the live stream, before we wait for our first caller, there was someone who posted on one of the clips that came out. I think it was a clip on the channel that came out a couple of days ago, right? And the comment was so funny. It said something like, "Oh, this is the most respectful, the most respectful Christian," talking about me, right? Then 30 minutes later, so bear in mind I'm coming after the fact. So I saw this comment, then like 30 minutes later, he commented on the clip that came out today, and he was like, I'm obsessed with Islam. Which was so funny to me because I was like, wait, hold on. You were just praising me 20 minutes ago on the previous clip. Now all of a sudden, I'm obsessed with Islam. But this is what Islam does to you anyway. We talk about the virus that Islam is. Definitely, as Andrew Martin said, like and sub and share, guys. But let's see how long it's going to take for us to get our first caller today. Hopefully it's not going to take too long. Muslims have been told not to call into my live show. I wonder why, but even still, they can't help it. The Muslims can't help it, right? As soon as they get into the flow, they start obviously calling in, regardless, from left, right, and center. They'll call in from YouTube, they'll call in from TikTok, they'll call in from all over the place, and we'll start to hopefully have some good conversation. So, let me just say hello to people in the chat right now, right? So, Ecos Meal, Sarah Grace, you guys were here early. Thank you for tuning in. Who else did I saw Andrew Martin. Thanks for tuning in, bro. Hope you're doing well. The Fosky Pinsky, I saw you here as well. God bless you. What else? Isn't it weird indeed that advocating for women is considered hate speech? It always amazes me when the Muslims report the live stream when we're just talking about what Muhammad said in the hadith or what is said in the Quran. You would think that the Muslims would love what Allah says. They would love what Muhammad said and did, right? He's apparently the best example to all mankind. But why all of a sudden, when we start reading what he actually said, is it such a problem? It's crazy. But that's what Islam will do to you anyway. Okay. Yabster says, I beg you, shush fam. Why should I be quiet? What is it that I've said that you don't want me to talk about? What is it that you have a problem with? Is it because I said Islam is bad for women? Wouldn't you want me to tell you exactly why Islam is bad for women? Not based on my own thoughts, but based on what Muhammad is saying himself. So when you think about what he said, imagine this, right? Because I talk too much on my live. Okay, so why don't you call in and tell me what I'm saying, which is too much talk? Explain to me. What's the problem with what I'm saying? Guys, and just every time, I'm going to say this, I said this before, right? Every time, imagine, so notice this, guys, just as well, just for the people that are new here, right? Look at this. Oh my God, fam, jump off live, right? They don't want me to be live streaming. They don't want people to come to their live stream, to come to the live streams. The reason why is because they don't want people to know what Muhammad actually really thought about women. So how many times have we seen, guys, when I say stuff like Muhammad said women were the dumbest people he's ever seen? How many times have people called me a liar and said I'm lying? I don't know what I'm talking about. How many times have people said, oh, I'm making stuff up? They normally read the literature and then all of a sudden it's a complete different thing. They normally disappear. They normally turn around. Okay, so look at this, right? No, it's not you. It's not you. Just give false information. Okay, so what false information have I given? I just said that Muhammad said women were the dumbest people he's ever seen. I dare you to call in and fact check me. And let's see if I'm giving false information or not. Guys, and this is what I'm going to say every time as well, right? Remember, when you see me sweating, just remember, it's going to be way worse for the majority of women that are going to make up hell, according to Muhammad. Alessandro says women in Afghanistan would agree. Sounds like some smart women there in Afghanistan and in Iran too. Some smart women there. But we know what Muhammad said about women, don't we? They are not treating women equally with men. They are oppressed. They're women. Peace says Islam is good for women. Obviously, you don't know what Islam is then, clearly. I may have to teach you what Islam is. Just stick around. And when I start having conversations, you will begin to see very quickly that Islam is definitely not good for women. Amen. Hello?
Hey, buddy.
How you doing, buddy? You alright?
I'm doing good. So I'm just want you to know I'm not that educated on Islam, or I am Muslim, but like I'm not one who could debate you. I'm just curious to why is it bad for women?
Why is it bad for women?
Yeah.
Because for some reason, Islam likes to pick on women.
Why is that?
Why is that? Why does Islam
What
pick
is
on
it
women?
that? Why? How is that? How is it that they pick on women?
Okay, hold on, sorry. I'll
The
give
only
you.
bad thing I see is about the inheritance, maybe, and I'm not even 100% sure about that. But what else is bad about women in Islam?
Hold on, give me a second. Wait, I need to post it again. Hold on. Forgive me,
Well, you
guys. I
should
said
have
that.
this,
I said the link is pinned, and I didn't even pin it. Let's just put it down to the heat today, all right? Give me some grace, guys. I apologize. All right, so, where were we? Why is Islam bad for women? You say. Well,
Yeah.
one of the reasons why I say Islam is bad for women, I hope you would agree, is that for some reason Muhammad said that the majority of people that were going to be in hell were women. So merely just by being a Muslim, or merely just by being a woman, you put yourself in a position where you are the most likely candidate to go to hell. You think that's good or bad? He's gone, guys. I think he said something about he's on a call. He got a call or something. Maybe he calls back. Let's see. Okay, apparently there's something that's not an authorized hadith. Okay, I'd love to know what hadith you're talking about. Hello?
Hi man, how are you?
I'm blessed. What about you?
Thank you for the same. Yeah man, Islam honor women.
Okay. Do you think Islam
Yeah.
honors women by saying that
Yes, it's me.
that the women are going to be the people that make up the majority of hell?
Okay. So what? Like it's not I don't want to provoke you by saying that, but okay, so what? The majority of women, because we consider that the Prophet ﷺ considered that the sin, the people that's gonna do the most sin and gonna send the man in hell too, it's gonna come from women. But he also said that a lot of men gonna enter in hell. But
You said
also men. Okay, yeah, go.
whether a lot of men apparently enter hell,
Yeah.
that's basically, that really doesn't even make sense, because Muhammad said when he saw hell, the most of the people that he saw were women. So
But brother, okay, I accept it. But so what? What it means in the end? It means nothing.
why does Islam pick on women and say that they're the majority of the people in hell?
Because they're gonna sin. They sin a lot, and they're gonna have how can I say it in English? They're gonna sin a lot, and they're gonna have a lot of problem with fighting their sins, and that's why that's the reason they're gonna go to hell.
No, that's
You
not
know
the
what I
reason.
mean?
That's not the reason.
Okay, say to me.
Okay, so let me just go back a second, right? So the reason why this is such a problem, especially in comparison to Christianity, because in Christianity, like, the Bible talks about how there's neither a man or female. So when you come into Christ, you have an equality, you have an equal chance. A man and a woman have equal chance to make it to heaven, right? There's no favoritism. But obviously in Islam, Allah has set it up in a way that women are set up to fail. That's why they make up the majority of hell. Do you know the two reasons why Muhammad says women are going to make up the majority of hell?
No, say to me.
Okay, so I want you to open up the hadith, Bukhari 304.
Okay. I trust you. Say to me. I trust you.
Apparently it isn't a problem. I'm making a problem. Okay, cool. Let's read it together, okay? So I just told you what the Bible says, right, about men and women. All right, so in 304, this is what it says. Bukhari 304, it's Sahih hadith. It says, Muhammad passed by the women and said, O women, give alms, as I've seen that the majority of the dwellers of hell were you, women. And they asked, and they said, why? This is what he says. He replied, you curse frequently and are ungrateful to your husbands. And then he says something really, really shocking. He says, I have not seen anyone more deficient in intelligence or religion than you. So what does it mean to say, I've never seen anyone more deficient than you?
Yeah. I agree with you. Yeah, I agree with you. But
You
in
agree
the
with me
context,
what?
this sentence about you're more deficient, but he's talking about all the women.
What does that mean? Simplify that for me.
Yeah, I agree with you. But
What does it
when
mean?
when he said deficient,
What does that mean? Simplify it. For those who don't know what
Def-
deficient means.
yeah, but it's what I was gonna say to you. When he said deficient, if we take it in the context of now, like it's like for me, it's like he talk about a disabled person. But
So
if
Muhammad's
like
saying he hasn't seen anyone more
yeah,
disabled
brother,
than a woman.
yeah, brother, it's what I wanted to finish. Or if we take maybe in his context and in the Arabic language, I don't know. I think it's just he want to say they are less intelligent than men.
Do you know
what I mean?
do you know Arabic?
Yes, a little bit.
Okay. The word,
my language is more
bro,
derived.
just chill out. The
Yeah,
word,
okay.
that word for deficient is akul. If you go and search it, it means reason, like intellect, like your brains. So
yeah,
he's
aql.
so when he says, I've never seen anyone more deficient in akul than you, what is he saying?
In intelligence.
Yeah. So what's he saying? I've never seen anyone.
He said that they are less intelligent than men.
They're the least intelligent.
Yeah.
And you think this is
Okay.
good? You think this is good for women?
Man, in the context of what he say, I think he wanted to say that because there is other hadith they talk about this. Women, they let their emotion guide them a lot of the time, and like even if we don't talk about Christianity or Islam or even Christian people, they're gonna agree with me when I talk with them in private. They say to me, "Yeah, that's
No,
true."
bro. I'm
You know what I mean?
I'm talking to you publicly. I can agree with you that
Yeah.
women are more emotional than men, but how does that follow that means women are the dumbest people ever?
The dumbest people. No,
That's what
for
Muhammad
me,
said.
For me, I can't. They are less than men in intelligence because they are guided by the
Okay.
emotion.
Let's go back. Okay, I have
Okay.
not seen anyone more deficient in intelligence than you. What does that mean?
I have never seen. Yeah. No, yeah. Now I understand it well.
Okay, what does it mean?
It means they are the least intelligent.
The least intelligent. So anything Muhammad has seen, the women Muhammad said are the dumbest people he's ever seen. Right?
And this one, okay, this one is sahih. I mean,
It's sahih, brother. And look at Cordell says this is talking to one person. No, it's not. You read the hadith, he's talking to a bunch of women. He's talking to women in general.
Yeah. I see.
You see the problem?
Yeah. No, there is a problem. I agree with you. There is a problem with this sentence.
Are you sure you're a Muslim though?
I'm still Muslim, yeah. Because man, no, seriously, because there is a lot of because I answered in what you want to say. I played with you. I mean, I responded to you. You know, I followed you. But the thing I wanted to say is like there is a lot of other hadiths that honor women, man. Like
Okay.
for example,
So hold on, bro. So all at best you would be all at best if there are hadith and things in the Quran which honor women. At best, what you'd have here is a contradiction. There's some stuff that says some good stuff about women, and there's some stuff that says some bad stuff about women. But one thing that we know for sure, based on this Sahih hadith, is that the majority of people that are going to be in hell in Islam are women. And one of the reasons why is because they're the dumbest people that Muhammad's ever seen.
Yeah. But the thing with me personally, brother, it's like I don't. I just believe in Quran. I don't believe a lot in Hadith. I don't listen to them because
So
for
then,
me,
so
even
you don't believe in Sahih hadith?
No, I don't because there's a lot of stuff I don't like in them.
Okay, so you know
Yeah.
what you know what the Muslims call people that reject the hadith, right?
I don't know. I'm
They, they call you
I'm
they
what
call
we
you
call.
they call you fake
Excuse me,
Muslims.
sir.
They call you fake
No,
Muslims. Look at
we are
look at what Mitchie says. Then why are you Muslim?
Then why? But I think he's not Muslim. Michi Vazkan.
I
I
think,
don't know.
well, maybe he's not actually, but I've spoken to many Muslims, and they all say
Yeah.
those people they're fake.
That reject it's brother. It's like, for example, it's their perspective at them. Like it's you maybe Catholic, Protestant, and Orthodox. They're gonna say the same about Catholic. Maybe I don't know, but you know what I mean. My perspective, I believe in the Quran, but the Hadith, I think, even if the chain of narration they say to us that's true, I don't trust it because it's a lot of even, for example, when you are honest and you listen someone say to you something, you're gonna say it back to another person. It's gonna be modified by your word, so I don't trust the hadith. That's my
So you throw all the hadith under the bus.
yeah, man. Honestly, yeah. In the yeah.
All right, cool. So look,
Yeah,
what I'm gonna say, follow me, yeah, and you can call in another time. We'll talk again, okay?
yeah, pleasure.
Because you don't accept the hadith, right? So
Yeah.
we'll talk again. We'll talk again when I'm focusing more on the Quran. All right.
Okay, brother. Okay.
All
Have a
right.
good day.
God
Bye.
bless. Guys, first caller, we've seen it today, right? Or technically the second caller, but they see the problem when they're going to be truthful. It's obvious. Hello?
Hey, buddy.
Hello?
Hello. Hey, sorry about that.
It's cool, man. So you've got yourself sorted out, yeah?
Yeah.
All right. So you did you hear what I was talking about with the other guy, the other Muslim?
I'm not gonna lie. I know. I was on the phone call the whole time.
Okay, so he was, just to kind of sum it up, right, or sum up one of the things. He was basically saying he doesn't accept the hadith. Would you classify him as a Muslim?
No,
Okay.
I don't think so. But I'm not really. You have to accept the hadith because it says, if I'm not mistaken, in the Quran. I don't want to say actually, but if I'm not mistaken that you have to accept the words of. There's some parts of the hadith. There's some of them that I wouldn't accept. The only ones the ones I know that we should accept is the sahih and Bukhari and Muslim.
Okay. Cool.
Those are the only
Right.
ones I would accept.
Those are the
ones not really
those are
verified.
the ones I normally use, just for that very reason, because I know a lot of Muslims say they only want the Sahih Hadith, but these days you talk to Muslims and they throw the Sahih Hadith under the bus. So, anyway, so where are you
What was
based,
the one that
man?
you showed him?
You in America?
California. Yeah.
California.
But what was the one that you showed him?
What's the weather like there?
In California?
Yeah, what's it like there today?
It's hot as hell. It's like 100. This whole week was 100.
You hear what he said, guys? It's hot as hell.
Yeah, it was 100 this whole week.
All right, so that was very relevant to what we're talking about today. So we're talking about one of the reasons why I say Islam is bad for women, because in the hadith, a Sahih hadith, Muhammad said that the majority of the women were the people that made up the majority of the people in hell. Hello?
Okay.
Why is Allah picking on the women and making them the majority of the people that are going to enter the hellfire?
I can answer that for you, but I was just hoping you were going to reference something that says that women are not good or something like that. And
Well, the same
point to
hadith,
the Quran.
the same hadith does say a lot more bad stuff about women. It also says women are the dumbest people Muhammad's ever seen. What do you think about that?
Prophet Muhammad said that?
Yeah. Should I read it to you?
Please, can you show it to me?
Okay, so this is Bukhari 304. Bukhari 304. And the reason why this is so problematic, because obviously in Christianity, right, men and women have an equal opportunity to go to heaven. But Muhammad was speaking to this group of women, right? It says, He passed by the women and said, O women, give alms, as I have seen that the majority of the dwellers of hellfire were you, women. And then they asked him, why is it so? So they asked, why are we going to be the people that make up the majority of hell, Muhammad? Then Allah's messenger replied, that you curse frequently and you are ungrateful to your husbands. And then he says, I have never, ever seen anyone more deficient in intelligence and religion than you. What does that mean?
Interesting. I didn't know that.
What does that mean? You know what deficient means?
Yeah, I understand.
What does it mean?
What does it say about? I mean, I don't. If it's just that you're not, it's good, I guess.
It's not good.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you
Okay.
when
So
you
now, what does it say? Like, how does it say, like, in relevance, like right now, like women can't get divorced or women can't preach or something like that? True.
are there
Now, what does it say? Like,
bro, hold on, let me
reference
talk.
to, like,
Let me talk,
today's
bro.
law?
Are there female prophets in Islam?
Yes.
Who's a female prophet in Islam?
Aisha was, I think, was one.
Aisha's a female
And then
prophet.
she was she preached the Islam,
She preached
and
Islam.
she preached Islam. She was the prophet's wife,
So, yeah, I know she was the prophet's
but
wife.
she was really good. She was really good at preaching it.
Was she a female prophet?
I think there was. I'm not sure if there was or not. I'm pretty sure she was.
That's even another angle. Remind me, guys, to use against why Allah is not the God of the Bible.
Why is that?
There are no. We'll save that for another day. Don't worry. But okay, so why is Muhammad saying that the women are the most deficient people he's ever seen? Is that good or
don't
bad?
know. I can't comment on that.
Why not?
Because I don't know the answer to that. It might be something that's said before that or after that or whatever the context are. I have no idea. I can't comment on it.
You heard him say it. He said he was walking past a group of women and he says, women, you better fix up, you better behave, because I saw in hell the majority of people that I saw there were you.
Okay. But how is it better than Christianity? That's okay.
Because in Islam, like Muhammad said, women are the most deficient people he's ever seen. In Christianity, I'll read you a passage, right, for example, which is kind of relevant and like contrast to what we're reading in Islam, right? So Galatians chapter 3 verse 28, it talks about how there's neither Jew or Greek, there's neither bond or free, there is neither male nor female, they are all one in Christ Jesus. So there's no women are the dumbest people, there's none of that sort of stuff. Men and women both have an equal opportunity to make it to heaven, which is obviously the complete opposite than what we're reading about in Islam.
But what about their rights? Like, as far as getting divorced, they can't get divorced even if they're beaten. The only way they can get divorced is if they cheat. And
That's not true.
They can't preach. That is true.
That's not true. And you're running away from what we're talking about.
What? Huh?
Are you talking to me or someone else?
Divorced? They can get divorced for no reason?
Yeah, they can. But again, you're running away from what we're talking about.
But doesn't it say in the Bible that they can't?
No.
In Paul, if I'm not mistaken.
You're running away from what we're talking about, bro.
No, because you're saying that it's better. I mean, this is something that they talked about, but it's not like men right now be like going to their wives and saying, "You're dumb. You guys are the dumbest gender there ever was."
Yeah. Well, think about this. You didn't even know this existed. How many Muslims do you think know this sort of stuff exists?
I don't know.
I would assume not many.
I'm not going to comment on something I don't know.
Well, exactly.
I'm not going to say something.
So now you know. That's different. Most Muslims don't know.
Have you tried asking a scholar, like somebody on these platforms that actually know about Islam?
Go and bring the scholars. Tell them to come and answer for me.
That's the thing. The people that I know, nothing meant for you, but like they don't. I don't know if they would come to you. If that makes sense.
Why not?
Because they're kind of like big themselves.
They're big.
Yeah.
So you don't think they should come and help the Muslims who
I don't think
are having problems with this sort of stuff?
People go to them, like you would be going to them. They wouldn't be coming to you. That means.
Okay. Why would I go to them? I don't need them.
Because you're saying these things about Islam, and I don't think that that's necessarily true.
Okay, but you can read.
What you're quoting is like a section of it, and there's something that's saying before it and something that's said after that. Okay. I don't know the context of what you're saying. If that makes any sense.
All right, so
you should talk to somebody who's educated in Islam instead of going to eating these uneducated Muslims like myself and coming to you, and then you're asking me these questions that I cannot answer to you. I just wanted to know why you're saying that.
All right. Well, don't worry. We can talk again another time when you feel up to it. All right. So, again, another Muslim, just like Andrew Martin says, they throw it under the bus. They say apparently that there's something wrong with the context or something along those lines when we know there's nothing about the context which messes any of this up. He actually confirms the point I'm making. But there you go. Hello.
Hello, how are you doing?
I'm blessed. How are you doing?
Alhamdulillah.
So how can I help you today, brother?
So you throw watermelon under the bus.
I throw what?
Watermelon.
Watermelon?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
You like watermelon?
I actually do like watermelon, but what does that have to do with what we're talking about today?
Really?
Yeah. Do you agree that Islam is bad for women or not?
No, I don't agree. I agree with watermelon.
Okay. You go and enjoy your watermelon then.
Hello?
Hello? Hello? Dr. Sean.
Hello. Yep, how are you, man?
Up. I'm blessed. You say you're a scholar or something like that? Hello?
Yeah, I'm well educated, yeah.
You're well educated.
I'm a convert, I'm revert. I was Christian like 3 years ago.
Okay, how long were you Christian?
I was born Christian, but I became Muslim like 3 years ago in North Africa.
In North Africa?
In Egypt, yeah.
Okay. So, one of the reasons why I say Islam is bad for men, we're talking about the fact that Muhammad, for some reason, said that women are the people that are going to be the majority of the people in hell. And on this hot sunny day, I said, why not? Let's talk about this.
Okay, so do you think the women in Islam should not be wearing the head covering? Do you think that's like oppressive?
Did I say anything about a hijab?
Yeah, but Islam is bad for women. That's what you say on your background.
Yes,
so
and what did I just say to you is one of the reasons why Islam is bad for women?
That they're gonna end up in hell.
The majority of the majority of the people in hell are women.
And if you don't mind, can you just give me the verse in the Quran that says that?
It's in Sahih Bukhari.
Oh, so that's not the Quran, it's the hadith, isn't it?
Do you reject the hadith?
Some are weak, some aren't.
It's Sahih. Do you accept Sahih hadith or you reject them?
I do accept Sahih Bukhari, Sahih
okay,
Muslim.
So it's Sahih then. But what?
But are you Christian? Are you Christian? If you don't mind.
I am Christian. So you accept the hadith, like, you know but what?
That's like grabbing John 17:3 and just saying it without context. If you know what I mean. Like,
no, it isn't. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. Like, the hadith gives you more than enough context to understand what's
Oh,
going
really?
on.
Okay,
I
so
don't
why does John
understand.
17?
I don't understand why you're running to talk about the Trinity
Yeah,
and all
but
this kind of
no.
stuff.
But what I'm,
You
it's not
called
Trinity. I
in
don't care about
you
Trinity.
called in to talk about why Islam is bad for women, but you're running to talk about John
Yeah,
17:3.
if you don't mind, man.
You
It's
said
like
that
what
you
you're
had
doing.
information on this. I already said to you,
Yeah.
the hadith gives you context as to why Muhammad is saying what he's saying.
Because the most people that can end up in hell is not going to be women. It's actually going to be the non-believers, okay, the disbelievers.
No, the majority of people that are going to end up in hell, according to Muhammad, are women.
Okay, according to your logic, let me say I agree
No,
with you.
not
Okay,
according
that's
to my
fine.
logic, according to Muhammad's logic.
First of all, you can't say that's Muhammad's logic.
It's
Hadith
Sahih
is straight up from
Bukhari.
Muhammad.
I can say it's Muhammad's
It's from,
logic. If you
it's from the companions.
if you don't, then you're obviously rejecting and throwing your own hadith
No,
collection
it's
under the
not.
bus.
It's from the companions. It's not straight up from the Muhammad's mouth.
So
That's like Matthew and Mark. It's not from Jesus, but you still accept it in a way. Do you
yes,
get what I'm trying to say?
because if Matthew documented what Jesus said, then we believe that's what Jesus said. In like manner, if you want to say
100%.
in like
100%.
manner, if the companion said this is what Muhammad said, you have to accept that Muhammad said it.
According to you.
If the chain
Like,
is
for
Sahih.
example, okay, do I have to accept what Paul says in the Bible? Do you accept what Paul says? Everything?
All of the scripture that Paul wrote, we accept, yes. Along
Paul
with the other disciples. No, he
Paul
doesn't.
contradicts Jesus. Yes, he does.
So we've gone, guys, from John 17:3. We've now gone to Paul contradicting Jesus. Anything but what Muhammad said about women.
Paul used to M off Christians who believed in one God. Agreed?
He used to unalive Christians
Yes.
because he was ignorant.
And after all of a sudden, so he was a prophet. Now God spoke to him.
All right, Dr. Sean, don't look down, man. You can't walk in a straight line. Muhammad says the women were the dumbest people he's ever seen. I beg to differ. John 17:3. Paul. Anything but what Muhammad said about women. He's so embarrassed about what Muhammad said about women, he's trying to distance Muhammad from it. No, Muhammad didn't say it. Muhammad didn't say it, blah, blah, blah. No, it was someone else. My goodness. Cordell.
What's going on, brother? I hear you're passionate about this one, ain't you?
I'm passionate, man. But you know, bro, you were accusing me of giving false information. I don't appreciate that, you know.
No, brother, I'm here to debate. So I'm hearing what you say. You don't have to explain it again because I've heard it about 4 times. So I'm just going to respond to it, and I'd like to hear what you got to say to it.
Okay, so you accept Sahih Bukhari, right?
Okay, so first of all, let me get straight here. I'm Christian. Yeah,
you're
what
Christian.
you're saying, but what you're saying, I'm offended by it.
Okay.
Really offended. Yeah,
why,
I'm explaining the reason why I'm offended.
You're Christian and you're offended by what we're having conversations about.
Yeah, I'm definitely offended. And I'll explain the reason why. Right, you see the hadith here, you got to understand it was not written by Muhammad. Peace be on him, yeah? It wasn't written by him. It was written by people hundreds of years later, centuries later, by Chinese whispers.
Bro,
by words, by memory.
I don't, how can I put this? The hadith don't mean anything to me, bro.
No, I hear that. But
the hadith means the hadith means something to them. That's why I'm using it. I don't care about the hadith.
Saying. Brother, I hear what you're saying. But what I'm trying to say, that's all cool what you're saying, and I'm backing you on that. When they literally stand by that, I have an issue with that. But when you try to twist that with Muhammad, that's when I start to say, it's going a bit too far. Because I get what you're saying, because maybe they shouldn't stand by that. Because a lot of things in the New Testament, Christians should not be standing by. And that's a fact right now.
All right, bro.
Yeah? And it's no different to the hadith.
All right, bro.
You don't agree?
No.
You don't agree?
No. Don't worry. We can talk another time, man. You've already derailed the conversation enough. He was accusing me initially of sending false information. Somehow, the irony is that he says he's a Christian. And he's saying, because I'm using hadith, it's a problem. Guys, they believe Muhammad said those things. That was literally what I was holding the Muslim I was speaking to you about previously. My goodness. We're at a stage where the Christians apparently are trying to defend the Muslims now because the Muslims can't do it. Hello. You're apparently a Christian and you're asking if we believe Jesus says those things in the New Testament. Bro. Seems like this person... Okay, now it's starting to make sense. He says he follows the Old Testament. And I was going to say, he sounds like a Hebrew Israelite. All right. Hello.
What's up, man? Hey.
How you doing, man? You all right?
Yeah, I'm doing good, but how about you?
I'm blessed. Trying to have some good conversations with Muslims, man. Real Muslims.
God willing, man. God willing.
Are you a real Muslim? Quran and Hadith?
I'm a Muslim. Yes. You cannot be a Muslim and reject Hadith.
Guys, you heard him. I was talking to a Muslim earlier on, bro, and I told him, I was like, look, the other Muslim will tell you you're not a Muslim if you don't accept the Hadith. He was trying to throw the Hadith under the bus.
I'll tell you right now, man. If you reject Hadith, you're a kufar.
You heard him, guys. You're a kuffar. You're like one of the Christians and the Jews if you reject the Hadith. Right?
Yes. Exactly. That's like you guys rejecting the Old Testament. You guys can't do that.
We can't. That's true. All right, so
anyway.
We're talking today about Muslims, specifically the Muslimas, right? One of the reasons why we look at Islam as a bad religion for women is because Muhammad said the majority of the people in hell were women.
Okay. We'll talk about that first, okay? As far as women being majority in hell, you would agree that everything should be read within context. I wouldn't want to put your Bible out of context as well. Okay.
Are you saying that there's some sort of context which is missing that's going to change what we're talking about here?
I think that every narration has context and a wisdom behind it.
Okay. That's why I'm asking you. Do you believe there's some additional context which is going to change what we're talking about here? So, let's go this way then. So, do you accept that Muhammad said most of the people in hell are going to be women, based on what you saw?
Yeah.
Okay. So that was a correct statement I made.
Yeah, but let me give you the context.
Okay.
Go ahead. Your username is King Context, yeah?
Yeah, that's why I'm intrigued to hear apparently some context which is going to help you out. But go ahead.
Yeah. Okay, I got you. So when this statement was made, it was just talking about a tribe around the Quraysh these women who the Prophet Muhammad peace be upon him was referring to were women who were dominant upon their husbands. They were, for lack of a better word, their husbands were feminine and they were masculine. Okay. And such women were condemned and are condemned by all three Abrahamic religions. No Muslim woman, no woman in general, should take on masculine roles. Now, one day, these women, intrigued about what the Prophet Muhammad peace be upon him was speaking about, this new religion in Arabian Peninsula, they went up and they came as a tribe. When they did come as a tribe, they sat amongst him and he gave a speech.
Okay, where are you getting this additional context apparently from?
Yeah, we get it from other hadiths. You could also check out the commentary.
What hadith? What other hadith? What commentary are you referencing?
You could check out Sheikh Uthaymeen, Sheikh Ibn Baz. You could check out...
Write the specific references in the chat, please.
Yeah, I got you.
Because I'm just going to be honest. I don't trust Muslims when they quote stuff. I've spoken to too many Muslims who lie and deceive.
No worries. But if hypothetically speaking, if what I'm saying is true, he said he condemned these women who were taking these masculine roles over the men, and they said that they were going to be the most in hell. Make sense?
The reason I can't even go with your hypotheticals because the context, even in the literal hadith, doesn't even agree with what you're saying, bro. And the interpretation you're giving doesn't even make sense. So let's say he was talking to a specific tribe. The reason why that doesn't make sense is because he says you are going to be the majority of people in hell. So if he's talking about a specific tribe, how can that specific tribe be the majority of people in hell out of all the women out of all time? That doesn't make sense.
He's talking about a specific character type.
Now he's talking about a specific character type.
Yeah, that's what I said in the beginning as well.
Okay.
He's talking about the women who take these masculine roles over the men.
No.
That's not what I said.
What he says in the hadith, he says, you curse frequently, and he says you're ungrateful to your husbands. And then, which that doesn't even make sense, even in of itself, because do men curse frequently?
No.
Okay, men don't curse frequently, guys. Men are not.
You and me have not cursed yet, have we?
Men are not ungrateful to their wives, are they?
I don't know. Maybe you are.
I'm just saying, like, men are ungrateful, women are ungrateful. Men curse, women curse.
It's a preconceived notion.
Both genders curse. Both genders are ungrateful at times. For some reason. So does what?
Does it make sense, the context that I gave? And I'm going to drop because I'm going to give you the context.
I already told you it doesn't make sense.
I'll give you the context, and then you go. Look, my whole thing is I give the truth. It's upon you whether you accept it or not.
I already told you. Yeah, cool. I already told you.
I could tell you God. I could tell you God is one. You're going to say 3 in 1. I know you don't accept the truth.
Okay, you know I don't accept the truth. Okay.
Yeah. Am I lying? Do you believe your God is 3 in 1?
Whatever you say, man. You see how whatever the topic is, they want to somehow get their way out of that topic to something else instead of actually addressing the topic. And they will accuse you of taking the thing out of context when you can read the whole thing in context. Always talking about some specific tribe, but somehow this specific tribe is going to be the majority of people. Oh no, it's talking about a particular character type. That's not what it says. Diran says Islam isn't only bad for women, but especially for small children. You know, I've actually had plans of potentially doing another series. Islam is bad for children. Islam is bad for black people. We could actually, Islam is bad for men. We could go all the way around. We could do so many. Just Mustard C goes and just says it. He says it how it's bad for all mankind, definitely. It's not actually context if he lies about it. Guys, you see, you know I always talk about, it makes sense. Reading the Quran, Muslims hate the Quran, they hate the Hadith. Because we just read the Hadith, we just read the Quran, and somehow we're lying on what the Quran and the Hadith is actually saying. So when I say Muhammad said women were the dumbest people he's ever seen, and then I read Muhammad saying that, somehow that's me lying on what Muhammad said. They hate Muhammad, and they say that he's their prophet, and they spend their days lying and deceiving. I'm apparently a runner. You're right, Art. They're embarrassed. They're embarrassed of their prophet. Hope, that's exactly what we're talking about today. One of the reasons Islam is bad for women is because Muhammad said the majority of people he saw in hell were women. And he didn't say it was only a specific tribe. When you read the hadith, he just finished a prayer and he's passing by the women. So these are women that he says are deficient in intellect. Their mind is deficient, but also their religion is deficient. So it wasn't about a specific tribe. He was speaking generally to women. And what do you know, guys? Right on cue, like I just said, they hate Muhammad, they hate the Quran. So what do? They report the live stream for hate speech and for things along those lines. I'm telling you guys, they hate their own sources. They hate them. They hate them. They hate.
Fucking watermelon.
Pardon?
Hello.
You're back again.
How you doing? Yo,
Why are you back, man?
oh, the screen's black now.
Okay. The
I
screen's
can't see
black now.
nothing. Yeah, really,
Why?
I can't see nothing. My
All
phone's
right,
lagging.
don't worry. Keep seeing black. That's all you see in Islam anyway, black. Darkness. You need to come to the light. Wow, what a religion. Exactly. They learn parts of it. They learn parts of it and then they wonder, oh my goodness. Apparently I need to pack it up, guys. King Zero Jacob says, have you heard about the Muslim grape gangs in the UK and Germany? Have we? Yeah, we're familiar with that stuff. Really familiar with it. God bless you, Art. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, most Muslims, the Muslims don't want to. They don't want that stuff to get out. It only just confirms the stuff we know it says in the Quran and the hadith. So
No, all right, my African brother. I'm back.
okay, how can I help you? Why are you back?
All right, so you asked for sources. Here's the first source, and here's the second source.
All
These are
right.
commentaries that are given by them, and they give you the
Yeah,
hadith.
yeah. Where? Like, come on, bro. You're sending me a book. Give me the page number or reference. You think I'm about to go and read through the whole?
Yeah, just go to Google. My African brother, slow down. Go
All
to
right.
Google.
All right, African brother. My goodness. Hello.
Hi, how are you, man?
I'm blessed. How are you?
Not too bad. Not too bad. I like you say Islam is bad for women in context to what? Compared to Christianity?
Yes.
Okay. So I can say that the original sin, the women in according to Christianity is the cause that God had to come and die for everyone's sin. She's blamed for the original sin in Christianity.
Okay.
What do you say about that?
What do you have to say? Actually, I'm just gonna ask you one question, right? Knowing that we're going off topic because we've actually got a topic, but what would you say about Muhammad saying that the reason women behave their husbands is because of Eve?
Says what? Sorry? Come again?
You know, I love it when I say stuff to Muslims and they're just so shocked. Muhammad said,
I didn't hear you correctly, brother.
Muhammad said, sure you didn't. Muhammad said that the reason women betray their husbands is because of Eve.
Where does it say that?
You don't think it says it?
Okay. No, it's okay. Even if it says it, but the fact that can two wrongs make a right?
It's not about
Christianity.
it's not about two wrongs making a right. I'm just showing you. I'm checking if you're going to be consistent or not.
I'll be consistent. Look, I can honestly point out 5 different things about women that how they're not allowed to speak in the church, how they should cover their head.
Okay,
If
are
they don't cover their head-
females prophets in Islam?
No,
Pardon?
I don't think so. No,
No,
not
they're
that I
not.
know of. Not that I know of. No.
Okay, so even if I granted you that women can't speak in church, which that's not even like contextually, that's not what it's talking about. But you can't even have a prophet that's a female in Islam.
But did Christianity have a prophet that is, the only difference is
Yes, multiple female prophetesses. Multiple. Old Testament and New Testament.
Yeah, so I guess you answered my question. So up to Jesus Christ, we believe that he was a prophet. Islam is following the same pattern, same rules, same prophets as Christianity and Judaism and Abraham, up to Adam, So it's not that different. I would say like there are much more better things to compare Islam and Christianity to find out to really help people. But I would say Islam is probably the only religion that give women a lot of rights.
Where are you
It's,
based? Where are you based, brother?
why would you say that? What does it have to do with anything?
I just want to know where you are in the world. Is it hot where you are or cold?
It's hot.
Okay, it's hot here in the UK where I'm at right now.
Oh, it's too hot here too.
And this is one of the reasons why today we're talking about Islam is bad for women, because Muhammad said it's going to be really hot for a lot of women in hellfire. Muhammad said the women are the people that are the majority of the people in hell.
I heard you. Like if the hell, according to your concept and my concept and Moses' concept and God's concept, hell is supposed to be for humans. You know, they're not going to be animals, dogs, or reindeers. Or
No, the Bible says
in hell, right?
the Bible says that hell wasn't actually made for humans; it was made for the devil and his angels. Humans are only going to end up there because they don't believe in Jesus.
What about the Old Testament?
So that's Christianity for you.
What
in
about the Old
Islam,
Testament?
what difference would it make?
Because I tell you, if you believe,
do you think that Christianity is going to
say?
Do you think Christianity is going to have a different teaching on hell than the Old Testament? It's in line.
No.
So
It's in line.
This is why I'm saying, don't try and mix Christianity or the Bible's description of hell and Islam, because again, it's hot out here. It's hot where you are, and it's going to be hot for many women in hell, according to Muhammad.
No, but listen, like
why are you saying no?
If you're not, no, I'm trying to understand you better. I'm sorry, like I'm not being disrespectful or anything. I understand your opinion, man. Yeah, you can have your opinion. I have nothing against it, though. I'm just trying to understand. So in Old Testament, if you do not keep the law, are you going to Disneyland or are you going to hell?
Pardon?
In the Old Testament, the laws that because Jesus was the God, according to you, that give the same commandments to Moses, who was a prophet, right?
Okay,
So
what does this have to do with the majority of people in hell being women, bro?
I'm trying to explain. Just give me a second. Maybe I can make sense. If I'm not, you can say it doesn't make sense. It's okay. Just give me a chance, brother. You know, if Jesus is the God that you believe, so he was the God that gave the commandments to Moses, and all the things in Old Testament that's commands by the God, literally given by Jesus, according to your belief, right? So if somebody does not keep, for the old times, even if Christians don't believe in keeping the commandment at this point, you know, if they don't follow the commandments, where would they go? They go to Disneyland, or where would they go? They go to hell, right? That wasn't the concept. I'm sorry. It's for educational purposes. I'm trying to educate myself.
Okay, now I'm going to ask you again. What does this have to do with the majority of people being in hell, women?
It has to do if according to the Old Testament, the hell, because you just denied the hell is not for human beings, according to Christianity. But for Islam, it is for human beings, and human beings consist of male and female. It's either gonna be more if you have 50 female and 51 male, it means the majority is male. If you the otherwise 50 female, 50 male or 51 female, it can be more female in the
guys. Just type yes or no, please.
Sorry.
No, I'm talking to the chat.
Okay. So either way, one or the other sex has to be in majority in the hell. If he says women, then the brother actually gave a very good explanation, and he gave references to. I'm just accepting as you say. I'm not even going in that detail, you know. Even if it's women, what's wrong with it? The criteria is not being the woman to go to hell. The criteria is something completely different, which is equal to men and women. You know, it doesn't. The criteria doesn't change. If I tell you, look, if you do this, you go to hell or heaven, and then if more women end up more in hell, according to the hadith, then what's the point? I don't understand the problem with this situation.
Well, the problem first and foremost is that the fact is talking about women being the majority of people that go to hell. That's the problem number one. Problem number two is the reason. Problem number two is the reasoning that he gives why women are going to be the majority of people that go to hell. One of the reasons why he says, I'm going to read something. You simplify it for me, right?
I'll try, brother. I'm not that educated as you are.
If I say, I've never seen anyone more deficient in your brain than you, what simplify that thing? What does that mean?
That he was shocked to see the behavior of certain people. Yeah.
No, that's not. I didn't say anything about being shocked. I just simplify what I said. If I walked up into a crowd and I pointed at a group of people and I said, I've never seen anyone more deficient in mind than you. What does that mean? Simplify it.
It means what I mean. I get it, man. I don't need to, put it in a.
You get it.
Sugarcoat it. I get it.
So what does it mean?
It means that he was shocked that he has never seen the people more deficient than he just saw. He just witnessed.
But what does that mean? Simplify what he's saying. No one wants to vote, guys. What does it mean?
It means I get it. I get what you're saying, brother. Deficient means deficient.
And what does deficient mean?
You tell me, please.
No, I'm asking you. You tell me what it means. Give me a simplified version of what it means to be deficient in mind.
I'll take your translation.
All right. So,
but yeah, I'm just coming back to the point, like the original topic. According to Islam, the heaven is under the feet of your mother. They are the women. Man, they have good right. If you're being honest, I'm trying to be honest with you. I'm not trying to pick and choose some things. If you want to see the entire book, if you have 2 kids, imagine you have 2 kids. Sometimes you're a little, you want to discipline your kids, right? Sorry?
No, keep going.
Okay. So if you got 2 kids, sometimes to discipline your kid, you can be a little harsh on them, but it doesn't mean that you don't love your kids. It doesn't mean that you don't love your sisters, your brothers. You need to see the entirety. If you check Islam, if you read Islam about Islam, the rights that have been given to women, and how they're treated, and the status of a mother, of a wife, or your daughters, and really just women in general. I would say they have more rights than a man.
Okay.
They're treated much more fair. Yeah.
So believing you're part of a group that's the dumbest people Muhammad's ever seen, that's good rights, yeah?
Okay, I'll take it as your word, okay? But what about the other one?
Okay, don't take it as my word. Muhammad said, I have never seen anyone more deficient in intelligence and religion than you. Those are Muhammad's words. Muhammad said he's never seen anyone dumber than you. He's talking to the women.
Yeah. Not generally, not at this age. Maybe he witnessed a group of women that were really dumb. It's possible, man.
So you know what deficient means then, yeah? Okay, cool. Really dumb. So he said he saw hell, and the majority of people he saw there were women.
As I said, like 50-50, brother. Only men and women are supposed to go to hell. If it's one more, then it's more women. If it's one less, then it's more. It's made for. According to us, it's made for human beings, man. I'm not denying it.
All right, bro. You're making me beat my mic. I might actually beat it lightly with a miswak, man. All right. Take care, man. My goodness.
Yo.
Hello.
So, the reason why the Prophet says that is because he was talking to the women who were cursing and, being bad to their husband. Like, they were just being bad people. That's the only reason why he even mentioned it.
The men curse.
That's why. Yes, but they were cussing.
Don't say it.
They were using vulgar language,
bro. Don't say yes, but. So
yeah,
if you're gonna say something that you're saying a woman does this, man. If you're gonna say a woman does this, but if a man does the same thing, then it's the same.
Yeah, it's the same sin in Islam. Yes.
So
what's your point?
So he says in the hadith, and you're incorrect actually. He walked up to the women and started speaking to the women and telling them that they need to be. They need to be careful because they curse frequently. They are ungrateful to their husbands, as if these are things that are unique to women. Men do the same thing, and then secondly, he continues and says, as I was just talking to the last caller, that he says he's never seen anyone more deficient in mind than them. So, what does more deficient in mind mean?
Is he talking to those women specifically?
What does he mean about he's never seen anyone more deficient in mind? What does that mean? Simplify it.
He's basically saying if they're deficient in the mind, they know less, or they're just dumb. They're just dumb, basically.
Okay. So
Deficiency in the
Muhammad,
mind, yeah.
so a good interpretation of that is to say that Muhammad said he's never seen anyone dumber than those people.
Yeah, I mean, they were being bad to their husbands, those group of women. If he saw a group of men doing the same thing, maybe he would have given them advice. He would have spoke to them. What's the problem with this?
What's the problem with Muhammad saying to women that they're the dumbest people he's ever seen?
Listen. Women are also the majority of inhabitants of heaven. So same, even though they're the majority of the inhabitants.
But you know why that is. You know why that is, right? Though. I spoke about this last week. Last week we had a whole live stream about why women are apparently going to be the majority of people in paradise, because Allah is going to make many women there available for men to deflower them over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. It's got nothing to do with women being righteous as being the majority of the people in heaven. It's because they're there to pleasure the men.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Do women in Christianity have any testimony?
Yes. What's actually funny about you mentioning that is,
I have a question for you. Let me
finish talking.
One more question.
Let me finish talking to answer that question. What's actually funny about you asking that is, I don't know if you know this, but in the first century,
I know you talk about the two girls equal one man's testimony.
In the first century, yes, a woman's testimony, one woman's testimony, you needed two women to equal a man. You obviously know this. You should know this.
Let me tell you why.
Hold on. You should obviously know this because Islam, 700 years later, still had the same philosophy. But what's interesting about that is, in Christianity, you don't see that. Women's testimony is viewed as equal. That's why.
Let me tell you why.
That's why Jesus appeared to a woman who went out to testify.
Women in Christianity are mistreated. Listen.
Okay.
The reason why that's said is because women are emotional creatures, right? Women in general are more emotional than men, right?
Women are more emotional than men, generally speaking, but that doesn't follow that they're now the dumbest people ever. That doesn't follow, bro. That's illogical.
Where did you get that from? He's talking to a group of people. Why are you trying to spread misinformation? This is not working, brother.
Bro, you agreed with me. You agreed with me that the translate that what?
Let me tell you something.
My goodness.
Go ahead. What are you saying?
Go ahead.
Oh, okay. The reason why that's said is because women are emotional and they act out of emotion. Okay. So that's why two women's testimony is worth more than the man's. That's why if there's a situation where someone dies or something bad happens, they're more likely to they're inclined to act out of emotion. They might over exaggerate or things might happen. This is not women being limited necessarily, but this is just this is a way of having a better system. Like it's for our it's for our betterment. If you understand, if you can comprehend that, listen, it's for us as a society. Us, like, if somebody dies, we need someone who can tell us what happened exactly in detail without freaking out or without over exaggerating or something like that. Not to I'm not trying to say there's anything wrong with that. They're just emotional, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I understand that doesn't apply to everybody, but majority of women are emotional, which is why women's testimony is equal. Two women's testimony is equal to one man's testimony. But yeah, there's people out there debating about the thing about how women in Christianity have no testimony. Women in Christianity can't even speak in church. Only time they can.
Are there any female prophets in Islam?
Are there any female prophets in Christianity, like literal prophets, like prophets like
a prophetess? Yes.
Moses,
yes. Moses' sister, Miriam, she was a prophetess. That's one example. There's multiple prophetesses in the Bible, Old Testament and New Testament, but there aren't any in Islam, are there?
What's wrong with that?
What's wrong with that? You were just trying to make an argument that. Oh, I gave you an argument. I gave you an argument, and you said your reasoning, your response was women are more emotional than men. So it's okay for Muhammad to say women are the dumbest people he's ever seen because women are more emotional than men. Okay.
He never said that.
Okay, thanks. You agreed he said it, and then all of a sudden he didn't say it. All right. This is Islam for you guys. I'm apparently lying. Isn't it fascinating how they keep accusing me of lying, but when I actually start speaking to them, they're not able to show me, or anyone for that matter, why or how I'm actually lying. Make that make sense. All right. Aaron, the revert, you are up.
Yo, you can hear me?
How you doing, man?
Pretty good. How about you? I think Christianity is way worse for women than
Blessed.
Islam.
Okay, so take your swing at the bat at this hadith. Why are women the majority of people in hell, bro?
Can I actually deal with the topic that you put in the stream?
This is the topic I put in the stream.
No, the topic was Christianity is better. I want to talk about that.
What does it say in the stream?
Because women in Islam are cooked, Christianity is better.
Okay, so Islam are cooked and are going to be cooked literally in hell because Muhammad said women are the majority of people in hell. So that's what we're talking about. That is the topic. Explain it.
So what? I mean, Jesus also taught that there's going to be tons of women in hell.
What bro? If you're gonna come up and lie, then this isn't gonna last long.
Do you want me to show you?
Muhammad said he saw with his own 2 eyes that the majority of people in hell were women.
Okay, so what? I agree. So what?
Okay. Yeah, you have to agree because you're a Muslim.
Yeah, so what though?
Okay.
Christianity is still way worse for women.
And he says that women are the dumbest people he's ever seen. That's what he said.
Yeah, no, he doesn't. Show me that.
Okay. Bukhari 304. Let's read it together. Let's read it together. Okay, so he says, "O women, give alms, as I have seen that the majority of the dwellers of hellfire were you women." They asked, "Why is it so?" Muhammad said, Allah's messenger said, he replied, "You curse frequently and are ungrateful to your husbands." Now, I need you to simplify this for me, right?
Yeah, bro, I've read the hadith before, I know.
I have not seen, with his own eyes, anyone more deficient in intelligence and religion than you. Simplify that. Yep. What does it mean to have not seen anyone more deficient in intelligence? What does that mean?
That's great that you asked the question because he literally says in the next verse what he means by that.
Yes, and what does he say? So, what reasoning does he give for that? What does he say? What does he say?
Let me read it for you. The women asked, "O Allah's messenger, what is deficient in our intelligence and religion?"
And what does he say?
He said, "Is it not the evidence of 2 women equal to the witness of 1 man?"
Okay, so let me ask. Hold on. Don't run.
This guy lied.
Don't run. I didn't lie. I didn't lie.
Hold on. I'm showing how you lied.
Bro.
You said,
bro.
Wait.
Bro.
One second.
No.
Yo, chill.
No. Just answer this question. You've got one guy.
Let me finish what I'm saying.
No, you don't need to finish.
All right, I'm gonna let you speak then.
You've got one guy. You've got one guy, and you've got 2 women. And the 2 women equal 1 guy. How much is each woman worth?
Okay, so I'm going to respond. So first of all,
just answer the question. Just answer the question.
And I showed it.
No, you didn't. Answer the question.
Nowhere in the hadith did it say that women were the dumbest people he's ever met. So that's already been debunked.
All right.
Number 2, it doesn't say that 2 women are. It doesn't.
Don't look down. Don't look down, bro. You are a liar, bro. Your projection is just so dishonest and so clear for anyone to see. Let's even put it on screen again. We've literally had Muslims calling in and acknowledging, yes, this is what it says. I have not seen anyone more deficient in intelligence than you. People have brains and understand what that means. So when they ask him, like he tried to run to and say, why did he say this? And he says, is not the evidence of 2 women equal to 1 man? That's the reasoning he's giving as to why he's saying you are the dumbest people I've ever seen. Because it takes 2 women to equal 1 man. So when you break all of that stuff down and simplify it, Muhammad is saying each woman is half. Half plus half equals 1. Why? because there's something wrong, according to Muhammad, with a woman's brain. It's deficient. It's short-circuited, it's malfunctioned. But isn't it crazy, guys, that the Muslim men are the ones that short-circuit most when we speak to them? They accuse us of lying left, right, and center. Then when we come up, they turn up, oh, no, you lied, you did this, blah. These guys just lie. You will lie on your religion for whatever reason. My goodness. And why are you back?
Yo, can I explain?
Bro, you can explain if you're not gonna lie.
You just kicked me off the thing.
I kicked you out because you're lying, bro. You can't come and accuse me of lying and then literally start lying.
Where the heck in the hadith does he say that 2 women are equal to 1 man? Go ahead, show me.
Okay. The part you read in the hadith where it says at the end, is not the evidence of 2 women equal to 1 man.
The evidence of 2 women.
What does that mean? That's talking about testimony.
Oh, I proved you're a liar twice.
No, you didn't. Answer the question. What does a woman's testimony, 2 women's testimony equals 1 man? What does that mean?
Yeah, it means that in the court, in an Islamic court, if there's a legal issue, let me explain.
No, just answer the question. Just answer the question.
I literally answered. You interrupted me.
Answer the question. What does 2 equals 1 mean? What does that mean?
Yeah, so in an Islamic court, you have to have 4 eyewitnesses for specific crimes.
Stop talking about the Islamic court.
And two women.
Stop talking about the Islamic court.
That's 1 man's court.
Stop talking about the Islamic court. So if 2 women equal 1 man, how much is each woman's worth? How much is each woman worth?
Yeah, so 2 witnesses of a woman are going to equal to 1 man's witness.
The 2 women equal what? Each woman is what? Is what in value?
1 man's witness.
No, each woman. The 2 women, each woman is what? Equal to what? Is worth what?
Wait, what do you mean?
If you have a man, 1 man.
Yeah, half. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So half and half equals 1 man, right?
Yep.
Okay. So this is the reason that Muhammad gave as to his earlier statement in the hadith. This is why I'm saying you women are the most deficient people I've ever seen. I've never seen anyone more deficient than you. So when they're asking for clarity, he gives the answer that, don't you know that 2 of you equal 1? That's
2 women. He doesn't say 2 women equal 1 man. He doesn't say that.
2 women's testimony, 2 women's evidence equals 1 man. This is why he's saying this is why he's saying I've never seen anyone more deficient in mind than you. He's giving that as his evidence, as his example. Because it takes 2 of you, to equal 1 man, this is why I'm saying to you, this is my evidence I'm putting on the table to justify why I'm saying I've never seen anyone more deficient in mind than you. This is very simple. I don't understand what's so hard for you to understand about this.
No, I'm just calling out that you lied when you said that.
What did I lie about?
You said that 2 women equal 1 man, period.
When
that's not what he said.
If he says...
You know it's not what he said.
If he says, I've never seen anyone more deficient in mind than you, and the reason he gives is 2 equals 1, what's the logical implication of those statements?
He's saying that they're the most deficient in intelligence.
What's the logical implication of those 2 statements?
That women are deficient in intelligence. like what do you want me?
Islam is a virus, man. My goodness. This is funny. 2 corals equal 1 duck lip. This is what they have to do. I don't know if they think they're talking to the Muslims that Muhammad was speaking about or what, but this it's so amazing to me how the people that go on like they're smart, the Muslims that try and present themselves like they're smart, all of a sudden present themselves, they actually become the dumbest. They can't actually track statements one after the other. Muhammad is given a piece of evidence as to why he's just said, you are the dumbest people he's ever seen. Because 2 equals 1. They don't understand logic, obviously. It's crazy, man. My goodness. It's hot. And Muslims, it's going to be hot, hot, hot for you guys, or gals, should I say, if you don't leave this devilish, demonic religion. And this is why they keep reporting the live stream. Because if they don't want to know, they don't want Muslims knowing what Muhammad said. And Aaron the Reaver, you keep lying to yourself and making up stories, whatever you need to tell yourself, bro. We're smart enough over here to understand basic logic. We can deduce from statements that people are making. This is like basic stuff. Thank you. I definitely need to stay hydrated. All right, Muslims. Okay. He apparently didn't even disagree with my math, but for some reason, he's coming to a different conclusion. Which that doesn't even make sense. You're agreeing with me, but disagreeing with me. You ain't the first person I've done this analogy with. I've drawn this analogy out to loads of different people in the past, and I'm sure I'll do it to many more people in the future. And you know what? Many people fully understand this. They fully understand this diagram. The problem they discover is when we actually get to the conclusion of the matter. When we now take this simple maths, half plus half equals 1 because of something wrong with the brain. All that's left for them to do is go to the logical conclusion, and that's where they malfunction. That's where it gets hard. That's where they have the problems.
Yes, brother.
Why are you saying I'm waffling, man?
You are waffling, man. Your prompt is wrong. Islam is bad for women. Christianity is better. Tell me how, bro.
So you disagree?
Highly disagree, man. Well, what made you say that?
All right. So today, where are you based?
Why is that important?
Are you in a hot country right now? Cold country?
Bro, I'm in a country where the weather's very unpredictable. I'm in the UK.
Okay, so you're in the UK with me. I'm in the UK, so it's hot right now.
Oh, okay, good, man. Good, yeah.
You've been enjoying the last 3 days of heat, right?
Not really, man. I wish I was at the beach, but nah, just spend it at work, man. That's it.
All right, so this heat, funny enough, is what inspired me to talk about what we're talking about today. So,
oh, is it?
Yeah, man. I was out in the heat today, and I was thinking about how it's going to be peak for the women in Islam, because Muhammad said most of the women are going to be the majority of people that fill up hell.
Okay, do you know why? Or did you just read that bit and then forget to read the other bit?
Of course I know why. The rest of the hadith is actually even worse. That's the problem.
Okay. Tell me how.
He goes on to talk about how women are the dumbest people he's ever seen.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Can you prove that to me?
Okay.
Yeah, go on. You can bring it up in the big screen.
Muhammad says, this is Bukhari 304.
Okay, let me go on Bukhari 304, yeah? One sec, bro. By the way, yeah, just want to let you know, if I go out the app just to go on something, doesn't mean I've left. I'm still on here, okay?
Okay, cool.
So we're gonna analyze this together, yeah? So you said Bukhari 304, yeah?
304, bro.
That's fine, bro. One sec. Give me one sec.
Oh, my. Hello.
Hello, yeah.
Bro, I'm still here. Give me 2 secs.
All right, cool.
Yeah, I'm still here, bro. That's what I said. Give me 2 secs. I need to pull it up because when
All
I
right,
go
cool.
out the
Pull it
app,
up. Pull it up. I was talking to someone else. Don't worry. When you're
yeah,
back, just come back and tell me.
bro, cool.
Hello.
Hello, yeah.
What's your name?
Sam.
Sam.
Yeah.
Are you a Muslim?
Yeah.
All right. So just sit back for a second. You disagree with what we're talking about today, yeah?
What's the topic?
You called in and you don't know the topic.
No. Didn't bother to look.
All right. You wait and let me talk to this other Muslim and you'll hear what the topic is. All right.
Okay.
You might have short circuited already, guys. You called in that fast without seeing the topic, like genuinely. You may have short circuited already. All right, come on, bro. Shouldn't take you this long to get to Bukhari. 304. The most
I'm on
authentic.
304, bro. Brother, I'm on 304. But what you're not understanding is, bro, that you know what tafsir is?
Okay, tell me what I'm not understanding.
Okay, so basically, when you read something in English, you need to also understand that we have scholars that interpret what it actually says. So that's what you call tafsir. So we have different scholars, just like, you know, in your religion. You're Christian, yeah?
Did you read the hadith?
Yeah, I read the hadith, but I'm telling you, I'm
Okay.
asking you, did you read the tafsir on it, where it actually is talking about?
So when he says, for example,
Yeah.
to the women,
Okay.
I've never seen anyone more deficient in intelligence than you.
Okay.
Do you understand what that says?
Okay, but do you understand the context?
Do you understand what it says?
Yeah, but do you understand the context? That's the prophet. That's the final prophet saying that. So obviously he wouldn't just say something without context behind it. You can't just read pure words and then not understand the meaning or the context behind what he's saying.
The context is,
yeah,
he was giving a prayer, and as he
Are you
ended the
saying your
prayer,
own context or
and
are you-
no,
are
I'm
you-
saying the context of the hadith. He gave a prayer,
okay.
then he came out and passed these women, and then he started warning them and telling them that they need to behave because he saw hell and he said that the majority of people in hell were women. And then he starts explaining why that is the case based on their questions to him. So this is how he gets to the point where he says, I have not seen anyone more deficient in intelligence than you. So I'm back to this original question now. When he says, I have not seen anyone more deficient in intelligence than you, do you understand what that means?
Yeah, I do understand what that means. But what I'm trying to ask you is, brother, have you read like the tafsir on it? What it's actually talking about?
So simplify it for me. What does that mean?
So basically, as far as I see it, bro, you need to, because I haven't read the tafsir on it, which I was reading. You kept calling me back saying, come. So once I've read that, I can explain to you, because I can't just say, bro, this is what he's talking about without reading what he's actually saying. You know what I mean? You've probably read it, which is why you're saying what
you
you're
understand
saying.
words though, don't you, bro?
Yeah, but bro, you can't just read words and then, you know, bring your own meaning out of it. You know what I mean? That's like, for example, bro, let me just give you an example. That's like, for example, yeah, a non-believer might read a certain verse in the Quran and say that Islam teaches to go and unalive the disbelievers. But what they don't understand, yeah, it does. But that's what, you know, I'm not finished. That's why they read certain verses of the Quran and they don't know the context behind it.
Like 929.
929, what does it say 929?
Where it talks about going to wipe out the Jews and the Christians.
Yes, and you know,
because they're kuffar.
Yeah, but you know, that's only in case of when you're in warfare and battlefield. It's not like, I can go, yes, it is. Yes, it is. I can prove you.
Only the tafsir, I believe it's Ibn Kathir. He talks about how Muhammad had banished everyone from Mecca at that point in time, and the Muslims were worried about the money that they were going to be able to get because people would come to Mecca and obviously there was like a choice. So then he talks about, so one of the solutions that Allah gives Muslims is go and fight the Jews and the Christians. It's not just about in war.
Okay, that's fine. I can prove that. You said 929, yeah?
Yep.
Bro, 929, 2 seconds for you.
All right, you don't really have a conversation since he's deviated other stuff. All right, hello, Sam.
Yeah.
What's up, man?
Yeah, you good?
I'm blessed. What about you?
I didn't listen to that topic properly. I just went around the corner and came back.
You just went around the corner and came back?
Yeah, I had to use the loo.
All right. Muhammad said that the majority of people in hell are women.
Yeah.
Why is that the case, man? What did the
because
women do?
look, because if you see women today, they're not, you know, dressed up well, innit? You can see their batty, you can see their pants. You know, it's decency, innit? The Muslim girls are decent. That's the difference.
But he was
You know where
talking to
I'm coming
Muslim
from?
women.
Who was talking to Muslim women?
When Muhammad said the majority of people in hell he saw, he was talking to Muslim women. He was warning Muslim women. So it's not only unbelieving women,
Yeah.
it's Muslim women too.
Yeah, if he spoke to Muslim women, he spoke to Muslim women. It doesn't make any difference. But what you can see today is like, you could actually see the girl's batty, you can see her pants. You know, it's decency, innit? The Muslim girls are more decent, innit? You know, imagine you, example, let me give you an example. Just say you got your wife or you got your girl, right? And then you got next man looking at her like that, yeah? And then you turn around and say, why are you looking at my girl for? But it's your girl showing her bum and her pants, yeah, getting you in trouble. You know what I'm saying? You can see what's going on today, innit?
I get what you're saying. Muhammad was in the
Yeah.
7th century though. He wasn't living in the 21st century. So
Yeah, but Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, predicted many things and he knew we were going to come down to this. And this is what we've reached. You know, his predictions all came true.
So obviously, he's saying he saw hell. Most of the
Yeah,
people
he
that
did
were
see
there
that.
were women.
Yeah, I told you why, innit? Because the Muslim women are decent, and
Okay,
the women that are not Muslim, they're not decent.
Women dressing immodestly, okay, is a sin. We can both agree on that. But that's one sin,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So if I turn around and say there's Muslim or there's men that are doing one sin, why are you focusing on one sin that a woman does and not thinking about sins that men do as well?
No, we do focus on other sins as well that men do as well. It depends, innit? It's down to you, innit? It's like, you know, it's like scales, innit? It's like, you know, you get judged, innit? So, you know, there is people that sin, there is people that sin, but in Islam, okay, you got a certain, I mean, you got a certain way of sinning, okay? So if you transgress, if you keep sinning, okay, and there's a word that you say in Islam is called tawbah, yeah. It comes to a stage where you have to say tawbah, yeah, because you can't keep sinning to the extreme. These are called transgressors, and this is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he doesn't like. And he doesn't like the wrongdoers as well. You understand? So you know whether to sin or not to sin, but you know, you come to a stage where you say, this is bad, you know, I can't carry on doing this, you know? And then you go off and do it again. It's not like you just carry on doing it. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
I get what you're
You
saying,
know,
bro,
you
but
come
it's
to
not really relevant to what we're
yeah, we've
talking
got our
about today,
limits.
bro.
We've got our limits. We've got our limits, basically. We've got our limits. So we're on the scale, basically. Okay. So you do good and then you do bad, and then it depends. You know what I mean? And then at the end, you know, you get judged. It's like scales.
Okay,
And
so
this
based
is
on
what
what
it is, bro.
Muhammad's saying, the women are going to be the ones that are going to mess up the scales most.
Yeah, yeah, they're gonna. But I'll just already explain that to you because what you can see today is like, you know, it's just. Can you imagine your daughter just walking
Bro,
around and the next man looking at your daughter like that? You know
today
what
is
I
a
mean?
snapshot. Today's time period is a snapshot in the whole of like humanity in time
Decent,
and
bro. Come on,
existence,
man.
bro.
You want your daughter decent. You know what I mean? You want your missus decent, like you know what I mean? You
Bro,
don't want to bring trouble to
I
yourself.
already
You know
said
what I
to
mean?
you,
Be a
I
Muslim,
agree with
brother.
you.
Be a Muslim, brother. You're a
Bro,
decent person.
you don't need to be a Muslim to dress modestly, bro. I already
Yeah,
said to
but
you.
be a Muslim, brother. It's more decency. Your brothers will respect you. People will love you. You know, and you know you get more than being a Christian, and you know that yourself, man.
All right, bro.
You know that yourself. You know.
Thanks for getting that off your chest, bro. All right. God bless.
Yeah.
My goodness. Modest brow lab. Who said you're oppressed? Amir says there's a Muslim woman in chat. She can feel free to call in. I'd love to talk to the Muslima. Sometimes, a lot of the time, the Muslims are the ones that actually have the best conversations, to be honest. So, any Muslim, feel free to call in. Let's have a conversation about today's topic. Okay, she says she can't call in. Okay, maybe next time. No pressure. You said if it was earlier, maybe. Well, these are the times I normally live stream. I've been going probably for like what, an hour and 45 minutes. So I don't know if like an hour and 45 minutes earlier would be a decent time for you, but you can call in another time. Amir, which eye are you talking about? You sound, Amir, you sound like a Quran only Muslim. Okay, you're talking to someone else. Okay, cool. So come on, Muslims, man. Call in. Let's have a conversation. We want to know why Muhammad was saying it's 2 for the price of 1 when it came to women and men because of something that's broken or deficient with a woman's brain. You don't need to say I'm lying. Muhammad did indeed say that he's never seen anyone that isn't as dumb as a woman. The women were the dumbest people he's ever seen, Muhammad said. I'm not saying it. Muhammad said it. And for some reason, this warrants reporting the live stream for hate speech. So just know, Muslims, when you report the live stream for hate speech, for me saying that Muhammad said women were the dumbest people he's ever seen, know that you are reporting Muhammad for saying something that you don't like. Can you tell me where it says what? Where Muhammad said about women being the dumbest people he's ever seen? Is that what you're talking about? That's in Sahih Bukhari 304. Yep, he did indeed warn them. And part of his warning was to tell them that they're the dumbest people he's ever seen. So they better fix up. Amir, you said that's a book. It's part of the hadith collection. Sahih Bukhari is the most authentic collection of hadith in Islam. So if you want to quote any hadith, you want to quote Bukhari. So what do you think about that, Muslims? What do you think about Muhammad saying that? We're about to hear something Muhammad also said. As if this is apparently going to... Yes, he did say that. You curse frequently and disobey your husbands. Or are ungrateful to your husbands. And I always like to say, men curse frequently too. And men are ungrateful to their wives too. So it's not anything which is unique to a woman. People do that sort of stuff all the time. I'm not justifying it. I'm just Being real, people do that all the time. And women will be the reason men go astray. So what does that mean? A man can't control himself. So the one that, which again makes no sense when you think about it. Muhammad is saying women are the dumbest people he's ever seen. But at the same time, he's saying these are the same people that can cause many men to go astray. So what does that mean about those men Muhammad's talking about? Wouldn't that mean they're even worse than the half-brained women he's talking to? That's a good question, Zara Grace. It is haram. You're not oppressed. That's why I should be doing them brows, those nails. It's haram to pluck and remove hairs. So are you saying that that's not, you're not doing that? Jeez, look, man. Okay, guys. She's one of those. She's a lawyer. She's got the fine print dialed in. She ain't removing any hairs. She's doing other stuff, but she's keeping it kosher. She's keeping it halal. Hope says, but why? But why what? And what's actually funny is we've got Sambo here saying, who are you trying to impress, your husband or other men? He's talking to Modest Brow, like, why are you doing your nails? Why are you doing all this stuff? Who are you trying to impress? Imagine we've got this Muslim guy here telling her what to do. You do it at home with your man. Don't do that outside. Hope says she thinks as a woman she wouldn't be happy in Islam. That's her opinion. That's a good opinion right there, Hope. All right, come on, Muslims, man. Muslimers. Any Muslim who wants to call in, click the link. Let's talk about it. Why I say Islam is bad for women. Sambo, you can call in if you want, as long as you're not that, as long as you're not the Sam who called in before. Let's have a conversation about this. You seem very passionate about the nails and all of that stuff. Days like this, I need 2 fans, guys. This fan is hitting me, but I need more. And as I'm just hot here, I just keep thinking about the women in Islam and what's going to be like in hell for them, according to what Muhammad said. Come on, Muslims, why are we waiting? Hello.
Hello.
How you doing, my sister in humanity?
Good.
How can I help you? Is now a good time, or you want to handle your business and then potentially call back in a couple minutes?
I'm just gonna go. I would just like to say that Islam is not bad for women.
Okay, I obviously disagree, and if you want to have a conversation about it at some point, feel free, you can do so. All right.
Right, bye.
All right, God bless.
God bless.
She seemed nice. Andrew, you're funny, man. I'm telling you, like I said earlier, guys, I was literally outside earlier and I was just like, nah, it's too hot. And I started thinking about this hadith. And I was just like, nah, clearly there's something wrong with me. There must be something wrong with me. For me to be thinking about the Muslims when I'm out here in the heat cooking up, I'm like, we definitely have to talk about this today on Women Wednesday. Because we think this heat is something, but the heat that Allah has for the women, if you read the Quran and the way it talks about hellfire, it's gruesome. It talks about this on another level. And to know the majority of people that are going to experience that are women, that's why it always fascinates me when the Muslims come up, the men, and they're like, no, it's like, what's the problem? It's not that bad. He's just saying what he saw. Talking about just not getting it. Oh, son, did someone say I'm ignoring comments? Propane. Feel free to call in if you think I'm ignoring your comments. Propane, I'm not ignoring you. You can call in and we can talk about it. We can talk about why I say Islam is bad for women. How many Muslims did we hear today, guys, come on and say, well, Christian women apparently can't speak in church? And the moment I asked them, are there female prophets, how many of them got stumped? You see, they love to quote mine. Okay. Mind delirium. Maybe you might be one of those people with a deficient mind that Muhammad was talking about, one of the dumbest women he ever saw. Because apparently, I'm not worth time, I'm a rage baiter. Okay. Say that to the Muslim who posted the video and said Islam honors women more than Christians. He was a rage baiter too, wasn't he? Oh, it's apparently hearsay. Okay. I could play the video for you. You could listen to it and you'd probably still say the same thing. Because you're inconsistent. They love to come. Oh, look, they reported it again. Hate speech. They love to come and lie on the Christians. You want to expose them? What did they say? Oh, no, it's okay. Apparently, I'm racist, guys. Okay. Who would have thought? This is the Islamic logic for you. Speaking about a woman means you're racist. Is that not interesting? Speaking about a woman, guys, means you're racist. Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Why does Islam degrade women so much? It's a question that so many Muslims continue to struggle with. For some reason, they cannot answer this question. The funny thing is, Zara, like, there's certain times I'm like, nah, maybe we actually need to look into getting AC, because sometimes the heat is level. All right, Muslims that can actually have conversations, not Muslims that are just going to call in for 2 seconds and say, no, I disagree. Call, let's have a conversation. Exactly. And when you tell the truth about it, Guardian, they'll accuse you of lying. How many Muslims every single week? Oh, you lie, you deceive, you do this. We read the source. Then all of a sudden the energy changes. Or you've got people like that guy, Aaron the Reaver, spiritually dumb Muslims who, they read it. They even say, yes, I agree with you, all of the stuff, but they can't somehow get to the same conclusion as you. Somehow they can agree with all of the premises. Oh, okay, yeah, like, okay, half a woman and half a woman equals one man. This is off the back of Muhammad saying women were the dumbest people he's ever seen. But somehow it just doesn't fit. Their mind short circuits and it just reboots, and then they do the same thing again. Exactly. Whenever you lie, Muslims, about what Muhammad said, about what the Quran says, about what the hadith says, you are showcasing that this is a religion from Shaitan, Iblis, Satan. This is one of the reasons why I just keep saying to myself, that's why you have to keep telling the truth. Because they're not going to tell the truth. When you have a religion that allows you to lie and deceive in order to make the religion look good, you should know that you're in the wrong religion. Why should you need to lie and deceive in order to make something look good? You should be able to just speak the truth and let people see what it actually is and make their decision. So if you're a Muslim and you want to call in, click the link. Let's have a conversation. Let's talk about why Islam degrades women. Because of the heat that we're experiencing in the UK right now, we're primarily starting off these conversations with what Muhammad said about women being the majority of the people that are going to make up hell. Think about how many people are going to be in hell, guys. And just imagine, most of the people are going to be women. Because according to Muhammad, they dumb. The mind ain't working. It don't work the way it's supposed to. Fuzz, where were you on Monday, man? I would have loved to talk to you on Monday. We had a whole live stream about why Allah in the Quran is not the God of the Bible. Definitely follow me, man, if you want to have that conversation sometime. I'm definitely going to bring that back again at some point soon. Which race is he racist against? Good question. And Faz, just for the record, if it wasn't clear, we clearly do not worship the same God. No way, Jose, as they like to say. And we've got this interesting comment here. A girl in bikini shaking champagne on her body to sell a BMW is degrading. Okay. It's interesting why you felt you need to put that there. By claiming racism, they're claiming Islam is a religion for only one race. Yep. It makes sense now, doesn't it? Why they're always trying to Arabize everything. Everything must be Arabic. Missy says it's a religion, bro. You must respect everyone. Okay. How am I not being respectful? The Muslim who posted a video which said Islam honors women more than Christianity, was he being disrespectful? Guardian says, how does it come that Andrew Martin, bless Kiwi, is not one of your moderators? Wasn't Andrew Martin saying he just found this channel today, earlier on, or something like that? I'm always open to moderators. If you show up consistent and manage the chat, anyone can be a moderator. That's how it works, guys. Thank you for following Beef.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. How you doing, man?
You say him, my brother.
Hmm?
You alright?
Yeah,
good?
man. I'm blessed. What about you, man?
What's the... Alhamdulillah, I'm good, my bro. I'm alright. I'm just literally about to go sleep, man. You know what I'm saying? I got the fan here.
I got the fan blowing too, and you said you're gonna call in before you go to sleep, yeah?
No, I said I'm gonna go sleep. If I do call in, it's only gonna be to like the Most High, the Creator, the one I've got like a strong relationship with, my brother. You know what I'm saying?
What are you?
The one
Like,
that
are you a
listens.
Muslim or what?
I am, yeah, for real.
You're a Muslim. How long have you been a Muslim for?
I'm British born. I've British born Pakistani. I've always been a Muslim, my brother. But personally, you know, with people that are born Muslims, it's like a custom to them. So
Yeah.
with like certain things happening in life, I had to actually research Christianity, Hinduism, Buddhism, Judaism, Christianity, and for me, I've experienced it, like, you know, like in terms of juju and all of this.
Mm.
You know how they say. So from like exes and them trying to move mad and shit like that, but I've seen shit, man. Like there's brothers and that certain people, blood dropping on them in a room. It's all going mad, but alhamdulillah, I'm a Muslim, my bro. I'm born Muslim, and through the experiences in life, I've only grown closer, bro.
Okay. So you don't agree that Islam degrades women? You don't agree with me?
If you're talking about 2026, my brother, or 2015 or 2002, maybe yes, because the way the world's moving and the way the Sharia is and certain rules, like, of course, like I'm gonna be open-minded and still hold on to my belief, but of course, I'll still disagree to agree or whatever. Like,
I'm not even talking about 2026 though, bro, man. You know how like Muslims say Muhammad is the best example to all mankind, right?
yeah. Can I ask you a quick? Are you Muslim, brother?
No, I'm Christian.
Alhamdulillah. I've seen dreams of Jesus Christ, brother, from the age of like 17, 18, like in my downstairs room from my bedroom. in Stratford, Maryland, like where Chronic is from and all of that, bro. I've seen Jesus Christ there in a statue form, though. I've seen all of this.
You're in East, yeah?
Yeah, I'm East, brother. Come on, man.
Okay, cool. I'm
Yeah,
from
yeah.
East.
Alhamdulillah.
But so if you've seen Jesus, why are you still a Muslim, bro?
Because you know why, my brother? You know, personally, I wasn't the sharpest box in the tool. All right. So
That's
there
not
will be
true.
people. No, you're 100% right. You're 100% right, because I believe that what you just said. But I'm talking about from experience, I'm talking about young age, brother. You know, from young age. And but coming back to your question, that why I don't believe in Jesus, yeah, I believe in Jesus, brother. I believed he cured the blind, he spoke to birds, he done all of this. And I believe in Mary. You know, my Christian brothers, yeah, some of them, when I speak to them, they degrade Mary. And I always come back for them and I say, Mary, she's got a whole chapter, my brother.
Chapter
I've got a
19.
lot of, maybe, I'm not like, you know, if you say 19 or 7 or whatever, like, bro, if you say 19, I might say, mashallah, or bro, I rate you for that. But I don't know the 19 thing. I'm not that knowledgeable. Yeah, what according to number what? But she's got a whole chapter. But what I'm saying to you is, with like, I've read, bro, the Torah. I've read the Bible. I've read the Quran. Yeah, I've dipped into Buddha, like, you know, the people that run in Oxford Street, like the you know, the Buddhism and the Hinduism and that. I've seen all of that, bro. Got very close people that are from all attires of life. I've done a paying job for a brother in Stamford Hill, and I ate his kosher meat. Not because I'm scared of eating the kosher meat, because I know it's patterned, like it's there.
Was it halal though?
No, the kosher weren't halal, it was kosher.
Why do you eat it, bro?
Because my religion says I can eat it. If I'm like, bro, if I'm in a situation where I'm hungry, imagine there's, like, for example, you see these films going on, big up them films I've seen, Attack Block or something. I don't know if you remember them zombies or monsters come out. Attack Block, there's a big tower block. Got some big up the brothers in it. If you know, you know, but whatever. If any of that were to happen, but bro, my mind is, I'm just about to go sleep or whatever. I'm forgetting as well, mind tracking, why for that, but
Yeah,
I
bro.
believe
I think it's your bedtime, you know, man.
it is for real. But without mocking the thing, if you can remind me if I forgot on a certain topic, I'll appreciate it for that. But when it comes to, like, Mary now, I've seen a lot of my brothers, they're like, oh, Mary, she was like the Virgin Mary, whatever. And I'm always thinking, you know, Maryam, Mary, she was pious, she was pure. Through her giving birth to Jesus Christ without a father, he was pure as well. Now, what the Quran says that Jesus Christ was born, Mary come back to her people, and all of the people them are looking at Mary, and they're saying, you know what, Mary, you're the daughter of Hamza, or the daughter of my man, and he was pure, and you're going mad. So how? And then she was like not given the kind of command, if you want to look back into it, because when it comes to knowledge, I'm always learning. But she looked at the child, Jesus, and she looked at Jesus. And what we believe as Muslims, the first miracle of Jesus Christ is he spoke as a little baby in his mother's arms. He spoke to the people and said, my name is Isa, Jesus, and I'm the messenger of the Lord, and I'm here. And
So
this is what I believe
you don't
personally.
know that that's based on some like fabricated stuff from
You
the
know
second
what?
century.
You know what? I will only know once my soul has left this world.
Nah, bro.
And like,
Research
no,
it.
because
Research it. You
don't
could
you
find out in
don't
the next 10 minutes, bro. Just quick Google search.
I
That's
got
from
Chat
some
GBT
fabricated.
unlocked.
Chat
You know Chat
GPT it,
GBT.
bro. It will give you the answer right
I
away.
Chat GBT and I said, "Are you an angel?" Chat GBT saying, "I'm a computer." I'm like, "Don't move like an angel, then, because you're
Alright, bro.
nothing."
Alright, bro. Look.
But
Enjoy your sleep, bro. Yeah.
No, but listen. With all respect, yeah, because we're here.
God bless you, bro. God bless you. God bless you, brother.
Hello.
How you doing,
Can
man?
you hear me?
I can hear you, bro. I can hear you.
I'm good.
Why does Islam degrade women, man?
I'm gonna be open-minded, and you know,
Pardon?
I think some parts of the world, some people do.
Not some parts of the world. I'm talking about Islam.
I mean, Islam, you know, is just a religion. People are the one involved with the religion.
I'm not
So it's
talking
like
about the people. I'm talking about the religion, bro.
I'm describing. It, I know, but the thing is, like, what they're doing is the action, though.
No, but I'm not talking about what the people are doing. I'm talking about what Muhammad said, what Muhammad did.
What do you mean? In what aspect?
So Muhammad, for example, said most of the people
But you're
in
saying
hell.
why does? But
You
said
can't
why
ask me
does
a
Islam
question.
degrade-
You can't ask me a question. I start answering the question, and then you start trying to talk, bro.
Okay, go.
So
My bad.
Muhammad said, for example, most of the people in hell are going to be women.
Yeah, I know that hadith, but like, even if I grant you that, you know, it's 200 years later.
What
so
do you mean? What do you mean? Even if you grant it to me, so you reject the Sahih Hadith collection?
even if I grant you, you got to remember the hadith is not wahib. It's not like coming from like God. It's like people saying it and people have discussion. There's dialogue after 200
Bro,
years.
do you accept the Hadith or not, bro?
I'm just telling you historically how it's run.
Bro,
do you know how?
I listen.
It doesn't matter if I accept it or
Listen,
not.
listen. I don't care about the Hadith. Not even as. Not
But I'm
even.
telling you,
Listen to
I
what I'm
wanna
saying.
demonstrate.
Listen. I don't even want to say something derogatory, man. To just like, I want to be respectful. The Hadith don't mean anything to me. I only read Hadith because Muslims accept it and believe it. So this is why I'm asking you: do you believe and accept the Hadith or not, bro?
Before I answer it, can I tell you about it?
No.
Number
Just
one,
say it.
some
Just
of the
say
hadith-
it. Just say yes or no, and then you can
I
expound.
know-
Do you
I
accept it
can't
or
just say
not?
yes or no. I'll give it gray area. How about that?
No. There's no such thing as a grey area, bro. Because even
what do you- how can you tell me?
listen. Even Muslims in the chat, tell this guy he's not a Muslim if he rejects the Hadith.
No, you do. What do you mean? There's people who don't accept the hadith. What are you talking about?
Bro,
They
just
exist.
just wait for the Muslims to start commenting. They're gonna tell you you are not a Muslim if you reject the
That
Hadith,
is
bro.
big cap. You know what makes you not a Muslim?
All right, Muslims, don't let me down now. Be true to
Okay,
your
but do you know what
religion.
makes you?
Be true
You
to
know
your
what makes you
religion.
not a Muslim? If you don't say La ilaha illallah. That's what if you don't. That doesn't make you a Muslim. First of all, I hate when people are like especially Christians and other type of religion, they say you're not something. Who are you to say
No. The
towards
Muslims,
position
trust
that you're
me,
not-
trust me. Just wait a bit of time, and you're gonna hear Muslims saying it. Don't worry.
No, there's people like who don't accept hadith. There's some people who don't accept some scholars. There's people like that. What makes you not a Muslim is like I don't want to be Muslim. That's what makes you not a Muslim. And you join another religion.
That's
right.
Hold on. Dastin,
Hello?
are you a Muslim if you reject the Hadith?
So which hadith? Can you explain, please?
Sahih Hadith.
Yeah, which one?
Any.
I was not following up.
If you reject Sahih Hadith, are you a Muslim?
Oh, okay. That is a complex point, right?
No, it isn't. No, it isn't.
What makes you not a
No,
Muslim?
it
Be
is.
like, I
It
don't
is.
want to be
It is.
Muslim.
You are
That's what makes
asking
you not.
me. Let me answer you, okay?
Okay, go ahead.
Because you cannot, just generalize understanding all the hadiths as the same or equal.
No,
We have in
Sahih
Islam-
Hadith. Sahih Hadith. I'm only talking about Sahih Hadith.
Even if it's authentic, you can say, I don't feel
So
comfortable. You
isn't
could like,
even authenticity? If you can prove it is not authentic and the correctness is not at the level that could
So
be
you can
accepted by
prove that an
Al-Bukhari
authentic,
or Muslim, then it
sound
is
chained
not,
hadith is not Sahih.
just
I'm sorry?
because it's authentic, I'm trying to grant it to you. Like, it doesn't mean I have to be 100% comfortable with. There's
I'm not,
people,
sa-
a
bro.
lot of
I'm
people
not
like
saying.
that.
I'm not saying be comfortable with it. What I'm saying as a Muslim, you have to accept it.
So
You have to
I can
accept
read
it.
something. I can read something and tell you, oh, I don't understand it, or I could be like, oh, that doesn't sound right. I can't do that as a human being in the 21st century. I can't do that.
No, you can do that, But you should
So
do
why do you
that.
have a problem? And
But
you're
you should
saying,
do it.
I'm
But
not
listen.
Muslim. You're saying,
But you should do it reasonably, though.
I'm doing it reasonably, but does not make me a Muslim though. It still makes me a Muslim.
Okay,
All right,
can
hold
you
on,
tell me
hold on,
what
hold
is
on, hold on,
which
hold on,
which
hold on,
hadith?
hold on.
It's like they want you to use your
Wait,
brain,
just
but
wait,
then they don't use your brain.
No,
They say
I
you're
want you
not
to.
Muslim.
I want you to use your brain. Trust me. Hello, hold on
So
a
then
second.
why are you saying I'm not Muslim then?
Hold on. Hello. Add a label. You're up.
Hello?
Are you a Muslim?
I think she left or he left.
Yes,
No,
yes, yes. Are you talking to me?
no. I'm talking to someone else. Just hold on a second.
Okay.
Hello. All right, no. This is. All right.
Brother, you don't think so. You're telling me to think, but if I think, you're gonna take me out of
No. All right. Hold on.
that doesn't
Dustin.
make any sense.
Dustin, request back up. Right. I'll talk to you after I talk to Nix. Okay. So, do you accept the hadith or not? Yes or no?
I accept certain hadith, but the ones that hadith I don't feel comfortable, I'm great about. That is not
Okay.
me back.
So, how do you determine? You say you accept certain hadith, but you don't accept hadith. You're weary about certain hadith which you don't feel comfortable with. So, what's the standard that you're judging this stuff on?
By the chains, by like the level of like. First of all, grant me they came 200 years later after the Prophet. Wouldn't you agree with that?
Yeah, of course, historically. Listen, bro.
Okay,
Like,
so
if you're talking to me,
not-
if you're talking to me as a Christian, I think there's pretty much no validity in the hadith.
It's like your guys' Bible. It came like
No,
so
it
long
didn't.
ago.
No, it didn't.
It came so long ago.
No, it didn't.
Because like me, in our paradigm, I can go to people's graves to see where their companions, and it's written in Saudi Arabia, like the names. If I could go to
Saudi Arabia, the place they won't even let you do archaeology.
No,
You're talking
I
about.
never said.
Come on,
Their
bro.
graves are right there. It's right. I went to Mecca. I went to Medina.
Their graves that those graves are attributed to those people. How do you know those are the actual graves? Come on, man.
Their names are on there, brother.
So,
And
okay,
have the house
hold
where
on,
the
hold
prophet
on. Okay,
is.
hold on.
You don't know where Luke Market is.
Let me write my name on my shirt or someone else's name, and that automatically means that it's someone else's shirt, bro. Come on, be better than that, man.
I mean, the prophet only went to 2 different cities. Luke, Mark. We don't know where they are.
Okay, wait. Hold on. Let's play this game. How do you know he only went to 2 cities?
What do you mean?
How do you know that? Where did you get that information from?
Like the people that live in the land, and also.
No,
like,
where did you get the information that
graves.
Muhammad only went to 2 cities?
What do you mean? Oh, the hadith.
Oh, the
And-
hadith. The same hadith
but
you're skeptical
even-
about.
Even if you don't say hadith, listen. Even if you don't say hadith,
My
listen.
goodness, man.
Even if we don't have the hadith, do you like? I'm from. My parents are from Yemen. I live in America.
Okay.
Do you know what happened? Like anybody that travels knows this. What they when you travel, you be like, what's the city known for? Like, what's this happen? Well, like, what is this known? What is like? Let's say for example, Sweden is known for chocolate. You know, let's say if you go to like Yemen, everybody knows there's something historic happened in Yemen. The people of the elephant. So like they'll tell you from centuries ago. Let's say if you live in Turkey, the Ottoman Empire. Like they'll tell you. You don't even need a scripture. They'll tell you what happened.
All right, bro. So
a lot of people agree on me.
So look, I've mentioned the hadith. Do you accept the hadith or you don't accept the hadith?
I can't feel strongly about it, but is that not a case? We could do this black and white game, but I thought it's not black and white. And I'm using my mind. You penalize me for it.
No, I'm not.
And
I'm
in
not.
Islam-
But look, listen, bro. I'm gonna move on to someone else because you're wishy-washy with the hadith. It's a sahih hadith. If you're a genuine Muslim that accepts hadith, you would accept it. You don't want to accept it, so then okay, cool. Let me move on to someone else who isn't gonna be wishy-washy with the hadith. Hello, Dustin.
Yeah,
All right, how you doing, man? Be better than the last one.
I am good. I want you, to. Are you Muslim or Christian?
I'm a Christian.
Okay, so what is the purpose of this, debate? Are you like willing to listen and understand, or you just want to interrupt the people that you're trying to explain to you?
Okay, I'm having conversations with Muslims. Let me give you some context, right? There was a Muslim man who made a video. The title of the video was Islam honors women more than Christianity. Since I've seen that video, I've been having conversations with people, seeing how true that statement actually is. So this is how we are now on the phone together talking today. So
Okay,
I'm willing to listen
what's
to
your
you.
point?
I'm willing to listen to you. I would love to have a nice, cordial conversation with you. Whether you can do that or not, it's going to be yet to be seen. But I want to know why Islam degrades women.
So let me explain to you. Okay, if you want to understand and listen, that is very good. That's something that I can contribute with. But a lot of lives that I am seeing right now, they want only to keep spreading gargoons about Islam, and they are not even willing to listen or to understand. So basically, it's up to you. If you want to get the benefit of what your people trying to explain to you, then this is good for you. If not, then it's whatever to you. I mean, it is if there is like 1 billion human beings Muslim around the world that give you a question mark, a big question mark actually, to understand why are these people become Muslim, not
God bless
Christian,
Andrew.
Buddhism,
Take care.
or anything else, right? So definitely that this 1 billion people are not stupid, right? There is something behind that. They have search it, they have understand, they
According to
have
Muhammad, that's not
went
true,
after
bro.
Christianity, right? Because at some point of
Can you
my
hear me?
life, I also studied. I'm sorry, you're saying?
You said there's 1 billion people, they're smart, and I said according to Muhammad, that's not true.
No. I'm talking about today. There is over 1 billion Muslims around the world, right?
Yeah, and Muhammad said that.
Okay.
And Muhammad didn't say they're smart.
No, don't mix Prophet Muhammad at this point, right? I'm talking about today. That during Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, there was not 1 billion Muslim at this time. There was
But,
a less amount of people Muslim at this
but
time.
what does
okay?
what's happening today have to do with what Muhammad said about Islam and what he said about Muslims and Muslims?
Of what era? What do you mean?
Muhammad is the best example to mankind, right?
Well, it's not. That is not something that you are saying. There is a like Christian historicals that was giving Prophet Muhammad peace be upon him. He's the best man in the mankind. It's a Christian historical has said that,
is
not me,
Muhammad
not you.
is Muhammad the best example to mankind or not?
That's what Christian historical has told. Not even me,
Okay,
not you. That's what I'm
so
telling you.
Muslims don't say it. So Muslims don't say it.
No, of course we are saying, but I'm trying to prove from the other side, like from
Okay,
the Christian side, which you are not for you to believe.
So if Muslims say it, what Muhammad does and says should be a good example, right? Not only in the 7th century, but also today, right?
So, okay, there is a lot of good things that Prophet Muhammad has bring to humankind.
Is that a yes to my question or no?
Of course, yes.
Okay. So when Muhammad said, for example, that the majority of people in hell are women, and when Muhammad said that
No, he didn't say majority of. Let me correct you. I hear that what you're saying, and you mentioned before, right? Prophet Muhammad in the incident of Isra and Mi'raj, right? You know that Prophet Muhammad he traveled at night from Mecca
God bless
to
you, Paul.
Al-Aqsa, and then
Okay,
please don't interrupt me, so you get idea what I'm
what does that have to do with what I said? Because you just said he didn't say that. I'm literally looking at the hadith where Muhammad said exactly what I said.
No. This is.
Okay, should I read it to you?
He didn't say. He said that I saw. He did not. He didn't bring from his own mind. He said I saw.
He's a man, Rocklin, not a woman.
See, listen. Prophet Muhammad, he said, "I saw when I was in the Isra wal Mi'raj, when he sent by Allah to heavens, right? He have seen a scenes from paradise and a scenes from the hell, and he said he said that at this time the majority of the people that have seen in the hell, it was from women and rich people. That's what he said. So
the majority of people in hell.
He advised, the majority of women.
The majority of people in hell were who?
He advised, listen to me. He advised the majority of the women that they was living at the time, including Aisha radiallahu anha, that he told them, you need to make sure you tasaddaqni, means
you need to do alms.
I have seen you the majority of the people of the hell.
Yes, so you're confirming what I just said, but telling me I didn't say the right thing, bro.
No, I'm saying that Prophet ﷺ have seen this with his eyes.
Yes.
Not only say it. That's what
yes,
I'm trying to
he saw it. Okay,
so,
that's what the hadith says. Yeah, it does degrade it because it says. Let me read to you what he says. Let me read to you what he says. Let me read. Okay, answer this. Yeah. My goodness. Let me know if he says this to the rich people as well. He says, "I have not seen anyone more deficient in intelligence and religion than you." Did Muhammad say this to the rich people as well? I have not seen anyone more deficient in intelligence. Muhammad said this to the women.
Okay. No. Yeah. That has a reason behind. Because let me explain to you. I understand where you're coming from.
No, you don't. You don't, man.
No. I do understand. Let me explain to you.
Bro, don't look down, man. You're bleeding out all over the arena floor, man. And I can't help you because you don't want help. You just want to talk. You can't say I'm saying the wrong thing and then go and literally start confirming what I'm saying, man. That's not gonna work. Rocklin, feel free to call in. I think, didn't we speak earlier on? I think we spoke already today, man. Imagine, Zara, they agree with you, but they say no, you're not telling the truth. They agree with you, but then they say, no, you're not telling the truth. And then when you call them out on it, they act as if we don't know what we're talking about. When it's like, clearly they're not listening. Oh, Muhammad said the women are the most deficient people. He hasn't seen anyone more deficient than them. Thank goodness. English is probably not his first language. You need patience. Guys, was I not being patient with him? Like, I guess, yes, you could always be more patient, but I was letting him talk for quite a while. I feel like I was even letting him talk too much. But you don't get to say, I'm not telling the truth, or I'm not saying the right thing, and then agree with me, and then act like everything's cool. No audio of who, Zara? No, there's no one else that I'm talking to right now. It's just me. I'm responding to comments. I'm muted. Who's muted? You guys can't hear me. You can't hear me, guys. That's a shame. Muslims. You can hear me. I apparently come across aggressive and arrogant. Okay. The person that continues to teach most of these Muslims about their own religion, but I'm apparently arrogant. So just confirm for me, guys. Can you lot hear me or you can't hear me right now? Let me go and check on my phone. Okay, no. You guys on TikTok are saying you can hear me. I'm talking about on YouTube. Just give me a second, guys. Let me check. Excuse me. Can you hear me? You guys can't hear me. Guys, what's going on, man? You can't hear me, guys. Are you guys playing a joke on me? I'm here talking. All right. Thanks, guys. The Muslims will say I didn't say inshallah in it, so it didn't work. The audio went somewhere. Okay, earlier now good. Apparently I have no reading comprehension. I'm just like, okay. Just because you said it, we're all gonna believe your lies, okay. The Muslims can even agree with me. We can read. I literally read this hadith earlier on, and there was a Muslim guy who was saying, yes, I know what it says. I can agree with what it says. But somehow, I don't know what I'm talking about. You need to stop listening to what Muslims say about Christians and actually just engage and have conversations with Christians, because that will do you very good. Because then you'll start to realize that what the imams have been telling you about Christians isn't actually true. We don't just lie for the fun of it. You will actually start to see quite often actually how often Muslims accuse me of lying, and then when I show the receipts, how things change up. So everyone's YouTube was malfunctioning and short-circuiting, but mine wasn't. All right, guys. What receipts? I always bring the receipts, man. Whenever I say something about Islam, you best believe I've got receipts. Houston, are you playing? No audio again now. You know what, guys? Next time, just say something. If you're in doubt, guys, go and ask the people before you. Just put a message. Can you ask a different question? How many commandments are there? And how many are to be literally followed? What does that have to do with Islam being bad for women? Fuzz, you've been here for a hot minute, man. Call in. Let's talk. If you're respectful, it shouldn't be an issue. We can have a nice conversation, a nice long one, even if that's what you want. You were just interested. You're not religious. What are you? You're atheist, yeah? No, it'll be like that, guys. And obviously, if you don't say anything, you're all going to be there in your own little bubbles wondering, like, is it me? Is it me? Is it me? Is it me? And I don't know. Maybe just the connection was messed up for a little bit or what. I don't know. But okay, you're agnostic. Why are you agnostic, man? Sarah says it depends what type of Islam you're talking about. I'm talking about the purest version of Islam there is. The purest. The one that comes right from Allah to the angel Jibril to Muhammad and out to the people. The purest form. I'm not talking about culture. I'm not talking about any of that other stuff. I'm just talking about the pure. Hello. Hello. Man-made Islam. Hello, you called in and you're quiet, man. Come on, speak up. Hello. 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 All right. Take care, dude. Abdul Jalil says, I don't even believe my topic. Okay. You best believe I believe this topic. What would make you think I don't believe this topic? Wouldn't you agree that Muhammad calling women the dumbest people he's ever seen would make someone like me agree that Islam degrades women? Surely you would agree with me, brother. I hope you would agree with me. But it's stuff like that, Abdul. Call in and I'll show you. It's stuff like that, Abdul. That's why I believe Islam clearly degrades women. Because Muhammad said stuff like that. No, it's the same theme again, guys. I say Muhammad said something, the Muslim says, show me where it says it, or you're lying, or it's not true, blah, 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 etc. How many times have you been on this rodeo? Show me. Call in and we can talk about it, man. You think I'm going to say what I just said and be wasting time? I've spoken about this to so many people. Hello.
Hello. Are you Christian?
Yeah. Are you Muslim?
Yeah.
Okay, so why does Islam degrade women, man?
Why are you saying that?
Well, one reason is because Muhammad said most of the people in hell are going to be women. And he followed that up by saying women were the dumbest people he's ever seen.
Oh no, it's most of the women will go to hellfire because the majority of the human on the population of the earth is women.
See,
that's why.
Excuse me. See, number one, you don't know if out of all time there's more women on earth than men. That's point number one.
But God knows.
Bro, let me finish. That's number one.
God knows that.
But number two, if that was the reason Muhammad gave, then I may be able to agree with you, but that isn't the reason he gave. Sarah Muslim who says God didn't say such nonsense. You think Muhammad saying that is nonsense?
No, I'm not saying Muhammad saying nonsense, but he's also saying that the majority of the people on the planet are women.
Guys, Abdul Jalil said, I'm low tier. I'm low tier for reading what Muhammad said. Imagine. Muhammad didn't say it because there's more women on earth. That's why they're going to be the people that make up the majority of hell, bro.
Okay, another question. Why do you have a problem with niqabis or women wearing burqa?
Do you hear me say I have a problem with that?
Yeah, why are you showing this picture?
If you Google a picture of a Muslim woman, what's going to come up?
I don't know any picture.
Okay, go and Google it and then come back. And then you know why there's a picture of a Muslim woman.
But do you have a problem with that or not?
I didn't mention it, did I?
Okay.
So it's clearly not a big enough issue. There's clearly bigger problems that I would like to talk about other than a burqa. Okay. So do you believe that, like Sarah says in the comments, that the hadith were made up after the Prophet died?
No.
So Would you agree that Muslims who reject the hadith, are they Muslims or are they not Muslims?
Not Muslim.
See, so when I go and tell other people that reject hadith, I say, look, Muslims tell you, I'm going to tell you not Muslims. They say I'm not telling the truth.
No, if you're just reading the Quran and believing what the Quran written and not what the hadith are saying, you're not Muslim.
See, I may have to use that as a clip sometime, man. For all the Muslims that continue to say they're Muslims who don't accept the hadith, and when I tell them, Muslims always say to me, no, if you reject the hadith, you're not Muslim. Okay, again,
Quran, it's a sect. They're not from Ahlul Sunnah wal Jama'ah.
Okay, cool. So Abdul is still saying I'm low tier. Bro, help your Muslim brother out. I'm saying what Muhammad said. So why is he saying I'm low tier? Does he think Muhammad is low tier?
But the people in your chat, are they Quranists or these Muslims who are joining?
Yeah, Muslims. Abdul is a Muslim. He's saying I'm low tier because I'm quoting what Muhammad said. So does he think Muhammad is low tier?
I don't know what this guy's saying or what he's thinking.
So I'm quoting what Muhammad said in the hadith. He's saying I'm low tier for quoting what Muhammad said in the hadith.
If Muhammad really said, then it's true.
Did you just hear that, Abdul? If Muhammad said it, then it's true. So if Muhammad said what is said in the sahih hadith in Bukhari, then it's true.
Yeah, when this hadith is sahih, then why should you don't accept it?
Abdul, why don't you accept this clear hadith where Muhammad is saying the women are the dumbest people he's ever seen? Help your brother out, bro.
Yeah. And women should obey the man. And feminism is haram, is shirk, kufr.
Yeah, feminism is sinful. I don't agree with feminism either. But yeah, man, so why did Muhammad say that, man?
Yeah, at this point, I agree with you. I don't know, maybe he's right. We don't know. The Prophet is, he has knowledge from God. Maybe
I respect that, bro. I respect you saying that. Maybe he's right.
Yeah.
I respect that. Right, well,
it's possible. Like if you see the most intelligent people in the world were men, they weren't women. They were men, right?
So that means women are the dumbest ever because
yeah,
we've seen a lot of smart men.
Yeah, the species, yeah, the unit sexes, the two sexes, yeah. Females are dumber than men. Men are smarter than women, yeah.
All right, bro. Look,
like that. Yeah.
Thanks for calling in. Thanks for helping me out with this Muslim guy who clearly just hates the hadith for some reason. You can call in again another time, all right, bro?
What? You're a Muslim guy?
No, your Muslim friend. Remember I was asking for help with the Muslim guy who was saying I'm low tier because I'm reading what Muhammad said.
Oh, yeah, this guy was rejecting hadith. When you really do reject the hadith, then he's a kafir. He's not from Islam.
Okay. Abdul, you're a kafir if you don't accept the hadith. The sahih hadith.
King Count, how are you, my friend? King Context.
I'm blessed, man. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I just want to say I love what you're doing. Keep your head up, okay? Never be afraid to expose the truth about these people and this toxic religion. Always know that I support you and always keep your head up, okay, brother?
I appreciate that, man. Thank you for calling in and giving me that encouragement, man.
Of course, because I like what you're doing, and these men who are coming on here, they're so in their feelings, and they're basically dishing out what they can't take. And I like what you're doing, man. Always keep your head up, okay, brother? And never let these uneducated men get to you, okay, man?
All right, God bless you, bro.
God bless you. Keep your head up, bro.
Will do. That was nice. Thank you, brother. Abdul, now I'm apparently lying on you. Come on, man. You better than that. How did I lie on you, man? All right, Abdul's in the queue, guys. Hello.
Yo, hello.
How you doing?
Very good. What about you?
I'm blessed. Now Abdul's in the queue. I'm saying he's in the queue. Now he's saying you better not let me up there. I'm gonna let you up there, bro. Just wait your turn. Don't worry. All right, how you doing, man? Why does Islam degrade women? Hello? Come back, man. Where you gone?
Hello.
And now Abdul's looking for any way to escape. He said he's not waiting long, bro. Just wait, man. Relax. All right. Hello. Why does
Wait,
Islam...
I think I'm just gonna restart. Wait, I'm just gonna.
All right. Okay. Cool. Restart. Before Abdul runs away.
That
Hello?
was cute. You lied on me like that. But
Bro,
you know my comments are still written in the comments, right?
Bro, what are you
That's
talking
cute. You
about,
lied
man?
on me like that.
How did I lie on you, bro? Bro, how did I lie on you?
You said I reject the hadith. Did you say it?
Bro, what were you saying? You were saying to me what? What did you say to me? You were saying I'm low tier. You were saying I'm low tier, right?
Did I say that I rejected hadith?
You were saying I was low tier.
Did I say that
Did you say I was low tier?
hadith?
Yes or no?
You are a liar.
I was quoting the bro. I was quoting the hadith, and then you kept saying I was low tier. Yes or no?
I said you was low tier before you
No, you
started. The
didn't.
comments are still in. The comments are still in.
When I was saying what Muhammad said, you started saying I was low
Everybody
tier.
wants to see what I said. They can go read the comments. All
All
I
right,
do is scroll
all
up
right,
the comments.
I do. All right,
You lied on me.
I
No,
do.
you lied.
Relax
You
for a
lied on
second.
me.
Relax for a
Just
second.
go.
Just relax for a second.
No, I'm not gonna relax.
Just relax for a second. I'm not gonna. You're gonna use it as an escape route. Can I actually have a conversation with you?
No, I've already
So yeah, you click whatever you want, man. Do you accept the hadith yourself?
I'm gonna use it. Don't worry, I'm gonna use it.
Do you accept the hadith yes or no?
You got clip. You already want to use it. Don't answer that.
All right, bro. I want the clip back. My goodness. Talk about the circuit board had already short circuited. Like, this is the crazy thing about it, right? He obviously doesn't know who I am, because I was just going to ask him, like, do you accept the hadith? If he said yes, I would have just said, okay, cool, like, my bad. But it's like, it's I don't understand. They think it's so difficult. Based on what he was saying, based on what I was saying, it seemed very much like he rejected the hadith. If he wants to say he doesn't accept the hadith, or he does accept it, I don't have a problem with saying, okay, yeah, I was wrong. That's not an issue. But he's short circuiting. All right, Paul says YouTube is tripping again. Let me check YouTube.
Hi.
How you doing, man?
Fine, man. Joe?
I'm blessed. You sound tired, man.
You're tired. I'm tired too, brother.
No, I said you sound tired. I'm not saying I'm tired.
What is your religion?
Muslim. I'm Christian.
Are you Muslim? Oh, you are Christian. Okay, respect.
Paul said YouTube is tripping again.
Why did you say Islam the great warrior? That's not right, brother.
Because Muhammad said women were the dumbest people he's ever seen. That's one reason why.
Let me see the hadith.
Bukhari 304.
Let me see. Don't speak. Let me see.
What do you mean? I just told you the reference.
I can teach you two ayats if you want.
I just told you the reference and you said don't speak.
No. I said not don't speak. I said let me see.
Bro, go to the reference. Bukhari 304. My goodness.
Right ashab 35. That's one. Look at ashab 35 in the Quran.
33, chapter 33, verse 35.
Read ashab. Is it HAB? No, 35.
Why am I gonna read that when you haven't
you just
bro, why am I gonna read that when you haven't even read? Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me. Why am I going to read that?
Look at the Quran and
why am I going to read it if you haven't even read the hadith?
Not first hadith, first Quran and then the hadith.
Listen.
If you don't know, you'll learn.
All right.
You must be.
You go and learn, Hamano. I don't understand why these guys. Let me know. Is YouTube back to normal? He is big mad, bro. This Abdul Jalil hide. Where am I hiding, bro? I'm out here. I'm right here. This is a rage spiral on a whole nother level. I don't know if you have your computer ever like crashed and then you turn it off and then you turn it on thinking it's gonna like reboot and go back to normal, and it still crashes again. This is what's happening to Abdul Jalil. He's short circuited. He's trying to reboot and it's just in an infinite loop of short circuiting, man. See? Everyone else heard what happened, Abdul. The motherboard is fried. You know, like imagine I pour this water on the motherboard and you know it's like that's what happened to Abdul. Reading the words of his prophet made him short circuit. Imagine reading your sources is supposed to give you peace and tranquility, not make you malfunction. Yeah, and that is correct. He's actually insulting now. Thank you, Chill Vibes, for exposing him. Guys, he's still saying I lied about him. That's how you know he's in a short circuit loop. Because I said a long time ago, if he just answered the question, I would have just said, okay, my bad. But he's so excited for some reason. I don't understand what's wrong with him. You need to fix that motherboard, bro. Muslimers. Cool Kid React says on mute. I don't know if it's YouTube today. I don't know if it's the heat in the UK. I don't know what it is. Come on, Muslims, call in. Let's have a conversation. Let's talk about why Islam is bad for women, why Islam degrades women. Abdul wanted to come up and say, oh, yeah, I'm going to clip you, as if anyone cares about that. And he's still going for it, guys, in the chat. What's this emoji? Oh, are we talking about this? Is this the emoji we're talking about, guys? This looks like Allah written in Arabic, so proves Allah is and Islam is pagan. Ain't that the truth, Paul? They hate what their own books say. We read what their books say and they short circuit and start gaslighting you and start saying, don't run, you can't hide. But that's why I said to that guy, remember the guy a few calls back where he was like, yeah, man, look, maybe that's just what it is. Maybe it's true. Those are the Muslims that I respect, the ones that just stand 10 toes down on what their religion says. They don't try and sugarcoat it. They're just like, yep. I may not even like it. I may not even agree with it, but Allah said it. Muhammad said it. I have to believe it. How you doing, Skylar? Long time no see. His screws are tight, but the head's still loose. Islam. Muslims, where you at, man? We're all Muslims. Muslims that haven't short circuited like Abdul. Call in, man. Let's talk. I've got a couple calls in me before we call it a night, man.
Hello?
Hello.
How you doing?
Your voice sounds familiar, man.
Yeah, I think I talked to you a day or two ago.
What's your name?
Sahih.
All right. So why does Islam degrade women, man?
Islam does not degrade women at all, actually. So I don't know, like, why do you think Islam degrades women?
Okay. How old are you? Roughly. You don't have to give me your exact age. Like just a rough, like you 20, 25, 30, 15?
20.
Okay. So let's say, for example, right, you're with a bunch of your friends.
Okay.
And I walk up and I'm like, hey, you guys, I've never seen anyone dumber than you guys. What do you think about that?
What do you mean?
If I walked up to you and your friends and I said, you guys, listen, all of you guys are the dumbest people I've ever seen. What would you think about that?
I wouldn't think much of it, actually, because if I don't know who you are, why would I care?
Okay, so what if Muhammad said that?
He wouldn't say that.
Are you sure?
Yeah, he would never say that.
Okay. Let me read something to you.
Go ahead.
This is Bukhari 304. Sahih Bukhari 304. He replied, Muhammad that is. He says, I have not seen anyone more deficient in intelligence and religion than you. Muhammad here was speaking to women, and he said, I've never seen anyone dumber.
Which hadith is this?
I've never seen any woman dumber than you. That's what Muhammad said.
Which hadith is this?
Sahih.
Sahih, okay.
Bukhari 304.
Okay. 304. Okay.
So now you've gone from saying he would never say that, or he didn't say that, to what are you going to say now?
I'm trying to find it right now. Hold on. I'm not familiar with this one. Just give me 1 second.
Thank you for all the likes, guys. Appreciate you. Terry said, tell the truth. It's going to make you feel superior.
I don't know who he's talking to.
Well, I'm using...
Okay, so basically...
Okay, hold on. Did he say it?
Yeah, he did say it, but it doesn't it doesn't say women are less intelligent by nature.
Okay. He says, I have not seen anyone more deficient in intelligence and religion than you.
So when he says like deficiency in religion,
what is he talking about? Something natural or not natural?
He's talking about the amount of ritual worship performed by them, because during their
look at the rest of
fasting and menstruation,
yes.
it's not considered.
Look at the rest
What?
of the hadith. He says, this is the deficiency in her intelligence. And he says, isn't it true that a woman can neither pray nor fast during her cycle? So a woman's cycle, is that natural or is that unnatural?
It's natural, but the deficiency he's talking about, it refers to reduction in the amount of ritual worship they can perform.
No,
It's
but
not a lower level of faith or closeness to Allah.
no, but we're talking about the fact that the deficiency they have in their religion is a natural deficiency. It's something that Allah created a woman with, right?
Yes.
Okay, so it's not every woman, generally speaking, has a cycle, right?
Yes.
Okay, so it's natural. Allah made them that way.
Yes.
Okay, so this deficiency in the mind that Muhammad's talking about now, where did that come from? Did Allah make women this way, or is this something else?
Say that one more time.
You know how Muhammad says he's never seen anyone more deficient in intelligence than them?
Hold on.
You know how he said. You know how he says that. Is where does that deficiency come from? Is that deficiency natural or unnatural?
The deficiency is natural.
Okay.
He's not saying that they're less intelligent by nature. He's just saying that because of their fasting and menstruation. That's why.
My goodness, you just said it's by nature, then said you're not saying it's natural.
No, I said it does not say that women are less intelligent by nature.
Okay. Where is this deficiency that a woman has? Where does it come from?
What do you mean? I'm not getting what you're trying. I'm not picking up what you're putting down. See, now you're stuck.
You have to be. Hello.
Hello. Hello.
This might be comment of the day, Stacks. He's not stuck.
Alright.
He's having trouble talking to a wall. I think that
Alright.
explains exactly what happened very nicely. Thank you, Stacks, for that comment.
Why you talk about
I
Islam
appreciate
and
you.
bring about women while it in your own Bible commands to kill all women, stone a virgin woman, kill all babies and stuff like that.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
When Allah brought the flood on the whole world, were women and children there at the time as well?
Yeah.
Okay. You go and think about that. You know when you put yourself in the pan and you think that you're cooking? I'm thinking of shutting the stream down. You guys are trying to keep me here, man. Why do Christians always talk about Muslims? Why did a Muslim post a video saying Islam honors women more than Christianity? B. Indra, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. It's not even that I gotta go, you know, but it's like we've been going for about 3 hours. I don't mind speaking to more Muslims, but it's like some of these comments that are coming now are like, they're energizing me. I don't think they know Andrew, you know. Somehow they think the complete opposite. They think when they lie and they deceive, and they think, yeah, we trick the Christians, or we trick them into thinking Islam is peaceful and Islam is good for women and all this kind of stuff. They actually think they're doing God's work. You know how the Bible talks about how there's going to come a time when people are going to kill people and think they're doing God's service? It's like that probably for them, you know. They actually think they're doing something good. apparently Eunice says I need to be a Muslim woman to be saying this. Okay, so if I, how about Aisha, the Muslimas of Muslimas, who said she knew Islam was bad for women? I'm sure you don't know that, do you? Aisha said she agreed with me that Islam was bad for women. So much so that she said, I've never seen anyone suffering as much as the believing woman. You need to clip. What do I need to clip, Zara? You need to let me know. Let me know what I need to clip. I don't know why people say, like, let me up. They're trying to call in when they're not calling in. Like, it always fascinated me when people do that. Apparently Christians love misinterpretation. Cora Teddy, thank you. Thank you indeed. Muslims apparently live rent-free in my head. Okay. So much so that the Muslims are always reporting my live streams because I live rent-free in their head. Okay, cool. How can there be no box to request? You can request, bro. Like, I've been speaking to Muslims all day. Oh, okay, someone's saying you don't have access, so maybe you need to go onto your main account and then you can call in, bro. Good question.
Yeah, that person just doesn't have access. The guest request is working perfectly fine. Or they're
Okay.
just being a keyboard warrior just to talk crap.
That's what I was thinking. Thank you, though, for confirming that, because...
I hear you. What kind of Christian are you?
What do you mean?
Like, are you a Trinitarian, a Catholic?
Yeah, I'm Trinitarian.
Or...
I'm not Catholic, though.
I gotcha.
All right.
I respect what you're doing, brother. Thank you for keeping up the good work. You're not doing nothing wrong. It's just they talk about living rent free in their head, but they're the one that's choosing to engage with your host, your live.
Exactly. Exactly. I appreciate you, though, man. Thank you for saying that, man.
God bless, brother.
God bless you too, bro.
Let the Holy
Thank you.
Spirit come fill you, brother.
Amen. Amen to that. What are we talking about? Dude, I saw it, heard it, I pulled up the verse on Apologetic, Arena lied. What did I lie about? My goodness. Why do Muslims just lie so much, man? Come on, Muslims. I'll take a couple more calls. Then I'll take my foot off your neck. Because Satan definitely didn't like this stream, man. That's a good question, you know. Verity says, how do these Muslim girls wear all of that in this heat? And you know, the funny thing is, I've heard people say something like, the burqas and hijabs, they have like some good ventilation system or something along those lines. So they say it's cool for them. So. That takia. Meow, meow. Why are you gonna say that, man? Come on. Exactly. Christian who reads the hadith and the Quran, and then Muslims panic. Meow. Call in. Let's talk about why Islam degrades women. I don't understand why you're here trying to derail and talk about other topics. Why don't you want to talk about the topic at hand? Come and show us why. Tell us. Yeah, I caught that too, Guardian. That was funny to me as well. But I let it go. But come and tell us, Meow, why Muhammad said women were the dumbest people he's ever seen. Please tell us. Come and help me understand why. On this hot summer day in the UK, as we commemorate this day, thinking about the women in Islam that are going to be the majority of people in hell, burning up just because they're females. Come on, Muslims. Thanks for the follow, Stacks. And thanks for the comments again, which have made it even somewhat bearable dealing with these Muslims. Okay, so it's apparently a thin material, it breathes well. Ali Fasfas says, what's taqiyya? Taqiyya is the ability to lie as Muslims under certain circumstances. They can lie under the circumstances of war, which, just so you know, they could classify like a debate between a Christian and a Muslim as like war. So it's not just, oh, you're on a battlefield and you lie. Don't just think like, yes, you're on a battlefield, that means you can lie. They just see it as anything which is like combat. So it's very broad. So you can lie under that circumstance. You can lie to apparently make peace between people, and you can lie to your wife. That's what taqiyya is. Well, amen to that, sister. Amen to that. But really, no Muslims want to call in anymore, right? They've ran to the hills. You know the funniest thing, chill vibes. A lot of the time when they report the live stream, I will restart it. So I restarted it quite a few times today. So I do that from time to time, but I don't always do it. But and what's funny about this is, I was thinking for a long time it's just because of this topic, but then on Monday, I normally don't necessarily stream another Islam topic on Monday, but I did Islam, and they were reporting left, right, and center. So, Amal, thank you for that. I appreciate you. If that is for me anyway, God bless you. If it isn't for me, God bless you too. Very true. And you know what's sad about it as well? Like, a lot of Muslims don't even know. They really don't know. Guys, come on, listen to Zara Grace. What I want you guys to do, yeah? I want you to strike that like button and cause it pain. The same way Muhammad struck Aisha and caused her pain. That's what I need you to do, guys. Strike the like button if you haven't already and cause it pain. The same way Muhammad struck Aisha and caused her pain. I read this at first and I was like, what? But then I caught the joke. I'm misrepresenting the word strike, guys. LOL. You know that's what the Muslims are going to say. Meow, how am I not talking with respect? This is what I really don't understand. How am I not talking with respect? How am I not talking with respect? Did Muhammad strike Aisha and cause her pain? According to Aisha, yes. Is Islam bad for women? According to Aisha, yes. The mother of the believer says she never seen anyone suffer more than the believing woman. See, ACR7 says Islam is the best for women. Aisha, the woman in pole position, disagrees and says she didn't ever see anyone suffer more than the Muslima. So who are we going to believe? Symbol of hope. Click the link which is pinned in the chat section and let's have a conversation. You obviously are here, you know what the topic is. Click the link and let's talk about it. I don't understand why you're here acting. Like, come and challenge me. Guys, keep striking that like button and causing it pain if you haven't already. The same way Muhammad struck Aisha and caused her pain. Come on, symbol of hope. Meow says, coming from a Christian who has so many Bibles. Okay. And coming from a Muslim who has so many Qurans. In Arabic. Hafs. Which is always fascinating to me. The most used Quran version today, guys, is from a man who the Islamic sources say was a liar and a thief. Untrustworthy. Hafs was Daif. But somehow the Daif Hafs is the Quran that people read the most today. Isn't that just a sign that this is the religion of the devil? The guy who's known for being a liar and a deceiver, he's a kadab, a liar. But they read his Quran today. But that's just one Quran. We've got the Wash Quran, we've got the Duri Quran, we've got the Kaloon. There's multiple versions, there's multiple Qurans. Thank you, Amal. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And it's sad, but I think it's actually true, you know, Andrew. They want the Christians to lie about Islam. They want us to join the boat and just start lying with them. And we're like, no, we can't do that. We serve a God of truth. Okay, hold on. All right, on your Bruce and YM.
How you going, mate?
You guys are the last two. How you doing, man? Are you a Muslim?
Good, man. How are you? Oh, yeah, I am.
I'm blessed. What's up, man?
Yeah, look, I'm just curious, man. Like, what made you, get up today and put this up, saying, why does Islam degrade women? Where do you get this information from, man?
Can I be truthful to you?
Yeah, be truthful, man. Do you,
No takia, yeah? Straight truth.
Mate, just from one man to another.
Can I be straight truth?
Genuine, what do you... Go,
can I just share the truth with you? No takia involved, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't even know what takia is, but anyway, yeah.
Okay, I'll tell you what takia is in a minute, right? So, I mentioned it previously, maybe you weren't here. There was a Muslim guy. He posted a video. It's got nearly, at the time it had like over 1 million views or about 1 million views. And the title of that video, was Islam honors women more than Christianity.
Yeah, which is true.
Okay. And since
in my view,
and since that time, I've started to have conversations with Muslims about that very statement.
Yeah.
Because I don't believe it to be true. In fact, I know it's not true.
I got 4 sisters, a mother, and 9 aunties. And let me tell you something. they friggin' live the best life you can think of. They got the nicest cars, they got the best clothes, they got gold, they got silver, they fucking, mate, they're living the best life. Now tell me, and why? It's because my God tells me to do this for my women. So how do you go from that to what you've posted up here? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
so
it makes no sense. Like,
okay, so
my
let
God,
me
my
answer.
religion.
Let me
Just
answer.
please, let me finish, please, Mark. Believe me, we our women, yeah, Edie, we are obliged and we've been ordered directly by God to protect them, to feed them, to treat them kindly. excuse me, mate. They are the crowns of our lives. You get
finished?
it? So, yeah, go, talk.
Okay, cool. So, number one, bro, I don't even disagree. I don't dispute what you said about your family. That could all be true. And even though if that was all true, that still wouldn't mean that Islam doesn't degrade women. Because all you're giving me is a personal example. I don't deal in the...
brother.
Let me finish, bro. Let me
Sorry.
finish, man. Let me finish.
Yeah, go.
I don't deal in the business of personal stories. I always go back to the source. I go back to...
fair enough.
I go back to the source that you have to accept. So you accept the Quran, you accept Hadith,
But
right?
my source is what's teaching me to be like that towards women, to respect them, treat them
accept
kindly.
the Quran and the Hadith,
You know what I mean?
right?
Of course I do, man.
Okay, so today, all live stream, I've been talking to Muslims. We've only looked at one Hadith today. One Hadith. And in this Hadith, Muhammad says that most of the people in hell are going to be women. That's the first problem.
Look, mate, it's been a pleasure talking to you, man, but I actually need to go back to work, so I wish you all the best and good luck. Thank you, bye.
All right, bro. Goodbye. My goodness. My goodness. All right. Run, Forrest, run. He heard a little bit of truth and he was gone. Usain Bolt had nothing on that guy. I tell you that. All right, I said YM. You're the last one up. So Benson and everyone else, you have to follow and come in another time. Hello.
Let's carry on with where you left off with the last guy. Let's go through that hadith.
Okay, so Muslims, the majority of people in hell are going to be women.
Is that what the hadith says?
Yep.
Can I read it word for word and break it down?
Okay, cool. Let's break it down. Give me a second. All right, so the hadith is Bukhari 304. Bukhari 304. And it says, once Allah's messenger went out to the Masala to offer the prayer. Then he passed by the women and said, O women, give alms as I have seen. He saw it with his own two eyes, that the majority of the dwellers of hellfire were you, women. So he does say it. The majority of people.
Before that?
I just read what he
said. Right?
I just read that.
Give charity, right?
Yes, do charity, because the majority of people in hell that he saw were women. Then he goes on and he says something which is really peculiar. And it's one of the main reasons why I say Islam degrades women. He says, I have not seen anyone more deficient in intelligence and religion than you. Can you explain to me in simple terms, simple English, what it means when he says, I have not seen anyone more deficient in intelligence than you? What does that mean?
Women are not required to be the forefronters of their society, so they would be in the background.
No,
So
but it
they're
doesn't.
not.
It doesn't say that. But what does it say? What I read. What did it say? What does that
We
mean?
can take it for what it is. They're intelligent and deficient. I wouldn't
Okay,
disagree with
but
that.
what does
Women
that
are
mean?
deficient.
What when he says I've not seen anyone more deficient than you? What does that mean?
Let's read that again.
Okay, let's read it again. I have not seen anyone more deficient in intelligence and religion than you. What does that mean?
Correct.
What does that mean?
Women are deficient. I can't really comment on the intelligence part, but the religion part, they get their menstruation once a month, so they cannot pray.
Okay. Hold on.
They're also not required to go to the mosque.
Hold on. Let's just go. Let's break this down step by step now. Okay. It says I. Who is the I that's speaking here?
Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Okay, so the I is Muhammad. So Muhammad is speaking, and he says, "I have not seen." So if you haven't seen something, what does that mean?
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with what he said.
No,
Women are
let's
deficient in intelligence. I'm not disagreeing with what he
you
said.
are disagreeing because you're not even explaining what he
I'm
said.
not disagreeing.
So what does it mean that I
explained
haven't
to you
seen
the second
something?
half, right?
What does I have? You didn't. What does I have not seen mean?
It means your eyes have not laid witness to something.
Okay, so Muhammad hasn't witnessed anyone. What does anyone mean?
Do you want me to get Encyclopedia Britannica? I don't understand. We know what anyone means. Any person, any individual.
Okay, so Muhammad hasn't seen any individual more deficient. What does deficient mean?
Lacking of.
Okay, so Muhammad hasn't seen anyone lacking more.
I'm not disagreeing with this.
Hold on.
I agree with it.
In intelligence. What's intelligence? The Arabic word is akul. What is it?
Intelligence, aqal?
Yeah, what is it? What is that? What does that mean?
Aqal in Arabic refers to many things.
In this context, what does it refer to?
In this context, I'm going to assume it's relating to the religion because the second half.
No, the other part is religion. So this is clearly not talking about religion. This is clearly talking about
intelligence. I don't know.
Intelligence, reasoning,
yeah. Women are
faculty,
not,
etc. Okay, so now we've broken.
Disagree with me?
So now we've broken down. So now we've broken.
Sir,
bro,
do you disagree with me?
Bro, step by step. So now we've broken down.
Yeah, but I'm agreeing with the statement.
No,
Do
you haven't. You haven't agreed with it. So now we've broken down this statement. He's saying, "I have not seen anyone who lacks intelligence more than the women."
Correct. I agree.
Okay. So it's not just that women aren't as intelligent as men. He's saying you are the dumbest people I've ever seen. That's what he's saying. Okay. He's not saying that.
That's what you're saying.
Okay.
That's what you're saying.
Okay. Let's go back. Let's go back. You said it's Muhammad speaking, right?
Yeah, but you're putting words in his mouth. He didn't say.
And you said
you're lacking in intelligence.
And you said
right?
have
he
not.
Said
hold on, bro, chill. And you said have not seen means you haven't witnessed something. Okay, you said that anyone means anyone, any individual. So Muhammad hasn't witnessed any individual more deficient. You said deficient means lacking intelligence. So Muhammad hasn't witnessed anyone who's as lacking in intelligence than you. Who are the you that I was talking to?
The women.
Okay. So now
no problem.
Put all of that stuff together. Put all of that stuff together, bro. Come on. This is very simple.
I have no problem with that statement. No, I have no problem with that statement.
So when
you're not going to sit here and try and argue that women are the same as men. Are they equal? Are you a feminist?
My goodness. So notice the logic, if you don't say they're equal, then you're a feminist. Stop changing the topic and focus on what we're talking about.
Right? Women are deficient, and
you're not being consistent.
The first part is where the first part is where you're sticking to. I already explained the second part where they're deficient because they can't pray because of their menstruation period.
Focus on the first part.
So that's where they're deficient. And what is the first thing he tells them to do? Give charity.
Focus on the first part.
Give charity. Look at that.
Focus on the first part.
I am
My
focused.
goodness. No, you're not.
Lacking in intelligence.
No, he doesn't say they're just lacking in intelligence. He says,
they're deficient.
I've not seen anyone lacking more than you in intelligence.
Correct. What's the problem?
All right. So
Tell
let's
me
imagine,
what the problem is with that statement.
Hold on. So let's say, for example, right? We have loads of people in a playground, right? Loads of people in a playground. Yep. Are you with me?
I'm following.
Okay. And then let's say we walk into a playground and we circle a section of those people. And we say to that section of people, I have never seen anyone as deficient in intelligence as you. All those other people in the playground.
I'm saying this.
Listen.
Are these
Listen. All the people in this playground that are not part of this section, are they more deficient or less deficient than them?
Okay, so you're referring to the group of people at the playground?
Are the people that are
Because
not
the statement is generalizing all women. He's not just saying you guys here. He's saying all ladies.
Don't look down, man. I'm telling you guys, this religion is a virus, man. This religion is a virus. This is what it does to their brains. My goodness. This is what it does to their brain. They can't even think. This is a Muslim man. He can't even think. He's saying I'm agreeing with you when he's clearly not representing what Muhammad said properly. They can't think. Yeah, they say that all the time, that Jesus was a Muslim. They try and just prey on people that don't know better. My goodness. All right, guys, listen. I said YM was the last one. Glory be to God, he was the last, because after someone like that, my goodness. All right, guys, so look, I'm going to thank you all for tuning in. We're going to end as we normally do with our Apologetic Arena anthem. This is the opportunity for you to bring out your best dance moves, to bring out your miswax and beat the comment section lightly like you're a Muslim. Guys, Mondays, Wednesdays, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 9 p.m. UK, will be back again, showing you how to defend your faith as a Christian. Today was Islam. We do Islam, we do Hebrew Israelites, we do atheism, and we do Rabbinic Judaism. So guys, thank you all for those who are following. I don't understand why people are trying to jump in the call right now. Again, I said no more calls. If you want to call in, subscribe, follow, and we can talk next time. I'm not taking any more calls today. Guys, it's been a pleasure. Thank you all for the support. Thank you for the mods who are modding the chat and making this all a good experience for most of you guys here. I'll see you on the next one, guys. We signing out. Peace.
We take thoughts captive, we pull lies down. Apologetic arena, lions wear the crown. Bold as lions stand and fight, truth shines bright in the night. Arguments fall when the word comes through. Arena live, we coming for you.
Nah, not carnal weapons, strong in Christ. Truth cuts deep, yeah, truth precise. Every high thing coming down. Watch those arguments hit the ground. First century at Lions Roar. Christians bled on the arena floor. Now roles reversed, hear that sound. We the lions all around. What's the context? Say it loud. Truth stands tall, we ain't bowed. When the word speaks, error fades. Light shining in every debate.
We take